the diamond out of my ring. I'm sorry. Good morning. It's the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom. Rick-a-dick-a-dicky. There's Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick McGee.
Hello, Pat. I'm Chick McGee at the OrangeInsoles.com Sports Desk. Josh Arnold is here.
Hello.
And we're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Hello, Tom.
All right.
All right.
Getting organized over
That's
here.
That's right. Exciting day. Big day.
I'm not sure what electrical storm took out what, but we're going to get there eventually. Got a couple of things going on over here.
Yeah, you told me first thing, you didn't say hello, kiss my ass, nothing. You said I had 2 computer failures already.
I've only got 2 computers over here, so.
That's too many.
Well, we have information we need to get along, to pass along here. I just found that this request for a special song from Mr. Godwin. We'll get to in a matter of moments. I gave you the hint. You ready over there?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, very good. Well, we had a great time last week on the road. And interestingly enough, we were talking about the baseball season. Of course, what's interesting today is a huge story in the world of baseball bats.
Torpedo bats is what they're calling the Yankees bats.
I can't figure out why it took so long to figure this out, but it's a matter of physics and a matter of 9 home runs.
And they are absolutely legal. I said legal in Major League Baseball according to the rules.
Well, so we'll have that story coming up. I assume whoever makes those is going to be sitting at their lathe all day today.
Yeah.
Making a lot more of them. We'll find out about that.
I don't think you can make like Major League Baseball bats at a lathe at home, I don't think. Could you?
Sure.
I don't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, look who I'm talking to. The woodworker extraordinaire. Of course you could make a bat at home. I know you could, yeah.
I had a guy do it.
You had a guy do it, and you saw it used in Major League Baseball?
Well, not Major League Baseball, but yeah, when I was
well, there you go.
In shop class, Mr. Waddell's shop class.
You know,
we had a guy make a bat. Absolutely.
You know how picky Major League Baseball players are with their equipment?
Sure.
Yeah,
Once they get it down, they just mass produce them on big giant lathes that not a person doesn't operate.
Of course not.
Right.
But you've made one, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I had to make a bunch.
Did Rawlings, they make bats, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and did you have one personalized for kids to come up and you make them a bat or whatever?
Yeah, we would do demonstrations, show them how their hand turn on lathes, and then we could give those away, or we would sell them.
Huh?
And then we would personalize.
That's
names
cool
and stuff. Yeah.
I have an obscure baseball bat lathe story.
I bet you do.
You'll find this really offensive.
Go right ahead.
This friend of mine had a cabin in upstate New York. And
was it in Canada?
It's not that far upstate.
Okay.
The larger point being, it was right near a place where they, I guess, made baseball bats.
Yeah, it was probably in the Adirondacks.
So he had the plugs.
They're called billets.
The leftovers. So they were already kind of lathed, but they'd been turned on a lathe, but they were, how do I describe? They were the size of Pringles cans, basically.
Okay.
But they were I don't know what they were, the extras or whatever.
Yeah.
But they were the greatest thing ever for making a fire.
Oh, I bet so.
And we'd go skiing there. They had stacks of these things, and they were the
kiln dried.
They were fantastic for making a little fire. You could get back from a day on the slopes. You're in high school. Maybe someone smuggled in something.
You're sitting there.
legal in several states. I'm not sure.
You're sitting there in front of the fire, wondering what the poor people are doing tonight. Yeah.
Are those ash?
Yes. Yeah, northern white ash.
Yeah, whatever they were terrific for making a fire.
And all bats are made with that?
No, there's some maple.
Oh, okay.
I want to say hickory.
Is ash?
Oh, hickory.
Aren't all the ash trees dying of that borer?
I think that seems. I don't know. No, not all of them, because they're still using plenty of.
I know. I took 11 down at my old house. Ash trees, that is. In any event, we have exciting baseball bat news coming up. Really interesting.
Don't misjudge the ash board. You'll make an ash out of yourself.
Yeah.
You sure?
Okay. I thought we'd start off with a song today, and it comes to us from our mailbag. Once again, you can reach us, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. Dear Pat,
Yes.
This particular song, of which you know the title, Pat, I do, may be the greatest song I've ever heard.
Oh, that's a
Holy hell.
statement.
Please keep playing it. You are the best.
How many songs have been written?
This is a silly one.
This is from Michael.
Are you trying to tell me this is better than put your hand in the hand of the man that stilled the water?
That's what this guy says.
But this is for there's a caveat, if you will. This is Mike from Raleigh, North Carolina. Beautiful spot. Mike says, I especially love this song because it drives my wife nuts.
Oh, I see.
Now, this song is based on a news story coming out of Maryville, Tennessee. Some good news for Tennessee. Not in the men's Final Four competition. A Tennessee man has been jailed on felony charges after dipping his testicles into a container of salsa that was being delivered to a customer who had ordered the food online. Now, we got into this topic because we were talking about tipping. And apparently the delivery driver had been tipped 89 cents in advance and had to drive 30 minutes. And the 31-year-old man decided to, shall we say, adulterate the food by dipping his testicles into it, and then had the poor judgment to video it and then post it. He was charged with tainting food.
But think about it. I mean, that part of it is doing that and then telling whoever shortchanged you, if you will, that I dipped my balls in your salsa. You know, if you do it and then don't tell them, it's a hollow victory.
Yeah. By the way, I understand that the lady that got the salsa actually said to her husband, "I don't know, this salsa. It reminds me of my senior prom.
It's very, very odd.
It tastes as a certain."
Don't you think that's number one night for blowies? Seeing high school prom? Probably.
I don't know about that.
Glad I didn't go.
Number one.
Okay.
It was
A lot of
so-
fingering.
Yeah. This poor lady had a nut allergy, so she was. In any event, this is a tribute to dipping your testicles in salsa, going out to Raleigh, North Carolina.
Best song of all time. I dip my balls in the salsa. I dip my balls in the salsa. I call it balsa. That's balls in the salsa. That's what you get for not dipping. Yes, my testes I'm dipping. And by the way, Mr. Cheapo, I rubbed your taki on my pee-hole. That's right. This drives his wife wild.
Yeah.
Balls in salsa.
Yeah.
Balls in salsa. I call it balsa. Dip, dip, dip.
There you go. Thank you very much. By the way, this man was accused of, I love the fact that they put this in the police report, putting both his testicles in the customer's salsa.
Well, yeah.
I mean, as if you just do the one.
Yeah, well, it would be more.
Well.
I think it'd be more difficult to just dip one.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I don't
and
know.
I think
much
your
about
ball.
it, but-
I think the salsa would come to your balls, not your balls go to the
Easier that way.
salsa. It's much easier.
I hadn't thought about it, but
Yeah.
and I never saw that. Presumably, he would have gotten out of the car, right?
No, he was sitting in the passenger seat.
No,
Yeah, his
certainly-
girlfriend
Yeah,
recorded him
they
doing
recorded
it.
Oh, he was in this car when he did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you-
tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could stay in the car.
Lucky it was something that was more or less room temperature. But can you imagine if you wouldn't want to do that to, say, the hot cheese on a pizza?
Well, no.
Oh, that'd be like
Don't be silly.
napalm. Jeez. By the way, anybody we're on the road this past week. Anybody urinate into a jug and or 32-ounce plastic cup while they were driving? Anybody?
Nope.
No, didn't have to. Did you?
I didn't.
I might have.
Wow.
I'm making good time, man.
How do you do that?
Well, I
Made you.
Well, these cars now have automatic. They'll steer for you
Up
and
in.
stay.
No,
in
but
the
I mean,
lane and
don't you? Doesn't gravity?
Well, you have to take the seatbelt off and lift your butt up a little bit.
yeah, and then you.
That is incredibly
still.
dangerous.
Key
Yeah,
is
but
though, no,
make good time.
You have to leave it in there for longer than you think because if you take it out early, it
That's true.
does tend to spray.
How much time are you really saving? You're risking your life. What if there's a police officer out there that's come upon some poor guy that
No,
crashed into a tree because he was trying to pee into a
Maybe.
jar?
I say it makes you more careful if you're
Really?
urinating into
Okay.
a cup.
What a way
the
to
only
go.
thing you have to worry about is a truck driver. who are up high
who can see you.
see me in my dork thing.
Oh, no, he would appreciate
They'd have to be passing you on the right, wouldn't they? In any event, thank you very much.
No, they can see it from the passenger side down in the driver's side. Remember they call them women who pull their skirts up, seat covers or something? I got a seat cover.
Yeah, I have no idea. I did not stop to do that. We stopped at I think a McDonald's and a Starbucks.
We stopped at a fake Starbucks. It was hidden in a Kroger. I told him that, but he didn't believe me. I said, you always be
Again,
aware.
it was that, my rule, when they have the sign at the side of the road that says there's a whatever coming up.
Right? You got to see it from the interstate.
Yes.
And there should be a thing telling you how some places it'll say 0.5 miles.
Right.
I hate it when you get off and it's in some town 6 miles off the road. That's not fair.
No.
But in this case, it was in a Kroger, so I wasn't going to go through that drama.
He says it doesn't
You
taste.
guys know how dramatic a Kroger can be.
I said, just go into this one. He goes, it doesn't taste right.
Today,
No.
as the Kroger turns.
Nope. He would not go in. We were right there. I said, I'll just sit here. You go in. It doesn't taste right.
You absolutely.
It's the same.
And you said, I refuse to go into Kroger because of the drama.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I want a Starbucks. I wanted a Star. I don't want to be inside a Target or a Kroger. Those are not trained baristas.
Yes, they are.
No, I'm sorry. They're lesser people.
We're going to hear from
my
all
God.
the baristas in
Yeah.
We are
Kroger's
gonna
all
get
across
so
the
much-
No, actually, because I had to go to the bathroom, actually, and I didn't want to. That was the other issue.
Okay.
The Starbucks.
Where'd you end up going?
Into a cup in
McDonald's.
your car,
Yeah, he went to
right?
McDonald's, got some iced tea.
McDonald's has excellent iced tea.
You told me that a lot.
Excellent.
It was very good. Very
Excellent.
Good. And they have a nice clean bathroom. So we have a lot.
Stopped at an Arby's.
We have a lot coming up today, including if you're in Texas and planning on buying a dildo. Wait a minute. You're going to have to do an inventory first. It's unbelievable.
You know, we should combine that story with the torpedo bats in Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
See if
something
not?
that could count. You'll see why that's significant. Right now, the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Let's talk numbers. Traditional in-person therapy can cost you between $100 to $250 per session, usually about 50 minutes typically. That can add up fast. BetterHelp online therapy, you can save an average of maybe about 50% per session. What I'm talking about is doing the therapy online, which is, of course, much more convenient. You don't have to drive somewhere or take the bus somewhere to go see a therapist. You're not in a room with a person. That might be for some people kind of a hurdle, just getting used to that aspect of it. But if you're doing it with BetterHelp, you're doing it online, so you can be wherever you want to be. So if you're working on yourself, taking your life inventory, setting some goals, whatever it might be, therapy can be extraordinarily helpful. Some 30,000 plus therapists are currently working with folks with the BetterHelp program. And by the way, more than 5 million people are actually taking advantage of BetterHelp. See what I'm talking about? It's worth a quick visit to BetterHelp.com and make it BetterHelp.com/BT show. That'll knock 10% off your first month. If you've been thinking about therapy, talking through some issues, try BetterHelp, and it's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT show. And once again, the therapy is done online, so it's like a Zoom call or a phone call or even texting back and forth. It's up to you. BetterHelp.com/BT show. Also coming up, we have some interesting stuff in the world of sports. News about a better way to go to sleep quicker. And the NFL is about to draft a guy who is, they think, the largest human being ever drafted in the NFL.
Man.
A big fella and incredibly athletic. We'll find out about Mr. Watson. Watson coming up. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
It's 6:21 at Q95. This is the Bob and Tom Show. There's Christy Lee.
Thank you, Josh. Q95 Fox 59 weather. Calling for cloudy skies today and a high of 45. Tonight down to 30. Partly cloudy and 56 on Tuesday. Currently 43 degrees.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. A lot of great shows coming, including Peter Frampton.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great one. Peter up in Carmel. And Peter, that's going to be Friday, April 11th. Another unusual show, Todd Rundgren at the Murat, Friday, April 18th, doing a tribute to Burt Bacharach. So I've got to find out some more details about that show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Josh Arnold, Christy Lee, Pat Godwin. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Tom, hello.
We'll be visiting with Chick McGee at the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk shortly.
Yes, think of this as my home and you're coming to visit.
We'll also be checking in with Christy Lee, of course.
Hi.
At the Silac Insurance News Desk. Time now, we like to read letters, correspondence from you, the listeners. Thank you very much. We love to
Fan
hear
mail from a flounder?
you can reach us, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. Due to a couple of technical issues, I have yet to review any of the mail.
Well, that's the best. You should never be allowed to review them anyway. Spontaneous behavior. That's our various breads and butters. Don't you remember this?
Yeah, this says, good morning, Bob and Tom gang, from Dave.
Yeah, that's right. We're a gang.
In the words of legendary Floyd the Tucker, I enjoyed your midlife lesbian show Wednesday. Thursday. I see what he's saying. This is, of course, referencing Jess Hooker and her discussion with the bartender in Cincinnati. Yes.
It's Katina?
Mm-hmm. Katina.
Oh, I thought there was an L in there.
It is. Catalina?
It's
No.
Katina.
Move the L?
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
She was Kitty Cat.
Yeah.
Hey, Kitty Cat.
As Magic Johnson would say when he had his own show, come on, Jess. It's good for the show. Well, thank you very much.
And it's Floyd the Trucker. I know you just misspoke.
What did I say?
Floyd the Tucker.
Oh, sorry.
Tucker's a car.
That's a whole different thing when you talk.
Sorry about that. Again, I have not had time to review these.
I know. And it's wonderful.
Do you have one?
I prefer it that way. I have one letter, yes. Long-time listener, first-time emailer. This is from Jared. Not that one. My wife, who I dragged with me, and I had a great time at the show Friday morning in Toledo. Our favorite part was at the meet and greet, watching Pat in tears, laughing so hard at the lady ahead of us in line, talking Chick's ear off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you had one woman.
That happened 3 or 4 times, so I'm not sure which lady they're
I
talking
smelled
about.
her coming, let me put it that way.
Then when we got back to our table at Frickers, there was a man looking for a place to sit, and my wife invited him to sit with us. It turned out to be longtime friend of the show and radio's best friend, Art Volo. We had a great conversation with him and ended up giving us a little radio history lesson while we were there, too. I bet he did.
I bet he did.
The only downside was later that day after we got home for dinner, our dog Rex decided to take a couple bites out of my signed poster. Thankfully, all the signatures were still intact, though.
Oh.
Thanks for bringing the show to Toledo. That's from Jared. We got to get him a new poster, Tom.
Okay, well, we'll have somebody handle that. Dear Bob and Tom Show, my girlfriend and I went to see Tom Green in Ithaca the other night. He went for an hour and a half. The whole set was fantastic. He also sang a rendition of The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
He did?
Whoa.
Tom Green, comedian.
He must be the only person
Pioneer in the world of video.
who does a version of The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
No,
He
not
must
on a
be.
Monday.
Okay, we'll spare you.
Oh, come on.
Again, if I had had a chance to review these.
You know what? You know who you reminded me of right now?
What?
Don McLean.
Boy, you really are pushing some buttons.
How difficult, Don McLean. You don't want to be a Don McLean. do
You don't want to be a Don McLean. What a pain in the ass.
A long, long time ago.
Okay,
I
now,
can still recall.
dear Josh, Christy, Pat, Chick, and Mr. Assbag. Oh, thank you. 25-year listener. I live in Australia.
Oh, good day, mate.
I hear every show through the podcast. I'm about a week behind. I've just sat through a string of days. with Tom's massive Chuck Norris erection that won't go down. During one of those shows, you had a gorilla story. Josh had advice about what to do if you are charged by a gorilla.
Oh, yeah, my initial advice was wrong.
Yeah. And you were being serious. You weren't making a joke.
No.
Oh.
No, I misunderstood.
This guy, okay, he didn't hear you correct because you did correct it later.
Absolutely.
This guy says, by the way, Josh, if you stand up to a charging gorilla and look him in the eye, you will be killed.
Yeah, that was what I got wrong. You don't look them in the eye. You look away.
Yeah, okay. So I'm glad he goes. We did sort that out later in the show, though.
Yes. Yeah, we got multiple emails.
Craig's last name is Arnold. He goes, I could be Josh's cousin.
Oh, right on. Yeah. I've always, Australia's like number one on my bucket list. So may have to go visit my long lost cousin.
And then P.S. Writes Craig, who lives in Australia. I've learned some important things living in Australia. Toilet water swirls counterclockwise. Trees are full of chlamydia-riddled koalas.
It really does go counterclockwise? I thought that was an urban legend.
I think that is. And I stopped eating kangaroo because it makes me jumpy. Thank you very much, Craig. Those are classics.
When the boogeyman goes to sleep at night, Tom, he checks his closet for Chuck Norris.
Oh.
Which actually leads me to something.
My psychic comedy continues.
I was upset about this the other day. For those that play Connections on the New York Times.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
They, without going into too much detail, I got it eventually, but one of the categories was they had bogey, B-O-G-E-Y. And then there was like
there were four of them.
Par and green, so it could have been golf. But the point is, it was words that go with man. It was like boogeyman, soul man, whatever. Isn't the boogeyman? Isn't that spelled B-O-O-G?
It absolutely
E-Y?
And they
not originally. No,
it wasn't.
Right? Yeah, no, it's bogeyman.
No kidding.
Historically, and I think still in England.
Mm-hmm.
It's 1-0?
Yeah.
1-0.
Yeah.
That is fascinating because I saw the same thing and I said, well, I got the puzzle solved, but that's not how you spell it.
That's the Americanized version.
Son of a gun.
Aha.
You learned something today. See?
And then we do have a great boogeyman story in the news.
Well, we should lead with that. I mean, we can't just be hiding.
Do you have that one still, Christy?
Hang on.
People need to know.
Speaking of England,
it's from last week, Christy. I don't think you have it still.
Oh, yeah. I have it. I just have to pick it up.
Yesterday was Mother's Day in England.
Yes, it was.
So happy.
Did you send your sister a
Mom's Day?
Mum. Yeah, M-U-M. Mum.
Happy birthday, happy Mother's Day to Jan over in England.
Yeah.
There's a documentary about why we say mom and they say mom.
There is?
Very interesting.
Documentary.
Short?
I hope it's short.
Slide?
Yeah, you can give me the whole thing in 30 seconds and I'll be done with it.
2.5 hours.
A slide.
You ever go into a bookstore and you pick up a book and go, boy, couldn't they have done this in maybe 5 pages? not 600. A little bit of maybe too much detail. We do have a possible boogeyman news. If you're just joining us, welcome back. This is the Bob and Tom Show. We're coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. We'll be checking in with Chick McGee at the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk.
The Final Four is set, Tom, for next Saturday in San Antonio. You know what the number one industry is in San Antonio?
What is that, sir?
Fresh horses. That's where everybody gets your fresh horse. Clipping across for miles and miles. I'm going to need. They get all lathered up, And
oh, they sure do.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird that horses that happens?
they do. They get all cheesy.
Yes.
Ugh. Janai Broom had 25 points, 14 rebounds, and hurt his Bobo, but Auburn took command, 17 unanswered points in the first half to beat Michigan State 70-64 to advance to the Final Four. They will play Florida on Saturday night around 6 o'clock Eastern. Auburn getting 3 points in that one. And here is Bruce Pearl and his team after they won yesterday in advancing to the Final Four.
You know where we're going, Tracy? We're going to the Final Four! Yeah!
I didn't know they allowed to drink on the bench during the game, but they're very excited.
I love the music in the background. That's great.
Tracy Wolfson's interviewing him. That's why he said Tracy.
You know where we're going, Tracy? You're going to the Final Four! To the Final Four!
And Houston's relentless defense confused and harassed Tennessee, carried the Cougars into their 7th Final Four and the first since 2021. L.J. Cryer, get yourself together.
Yeah, my gosh.
Good Lord. 17 points in a 69-50 victory. Houston and Duke next
and who?
Saturday night. Duke. Duke Blue Devils. Duke getting 5 in that against no, I'm sorry, Houston getting 5 against Duke. Boy, that I think the favorites are getting points next Saturday night. We'll have to see about that. So there are your Final Fours all set.
Can you play that guy again from the bench?
You know where we're going, Tracy? You're going to the Final Four!
Now, does that remind anyone else of this?
And we're going to South Dakota and Oregon and Washington and Michigan. And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House.
That's where he lost it.
That's the famous Howard Dean losing the...
You know, he was only about 15, 16 years ahead of his time. Yes.
Now we just go, I want to vote for that guy. And then it's, oh, my Lord.
It's amazing.
President.
Right.
There was a time when... probably not as bad as when Michael Dukakis put on the helmet in the tank and just crucified.
Hey, who's that kid in the tank? Got murdered.
He does have a small little pea head, didn't he? Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay, a couple other things. Pat, more love letters about your new album.
Oh, that's very nice.
Sweet.
I'm not sure if you guys know this or not, but Spotify now has a DJ that'll randomly play songs that you've listened to or songs that they think you'd like to listen to. The other day, guess what popped up?
What?
Pat Godwin and an album, his album, Hotel Pool.
Oh, very nice.
Well, that's nice to know that you're on Spotify for Pat Godwin fans.
On the ladies' side, South Carolina and UCLA advanced yesterday, and the remaining 2 spots in the Final Four for the women, they will be decided tonight. TCU takes on Texas, 7 o'clock Eastern on ESPN if you'd like to watch that. And UConn faces USC tonight at 9 o'clock. And the Final Four will be Friday and Sunday from Tampa.
Okay, coming up, we have phrases that you may have, that may be just part of family lore, I guess. I don't know if you have anything maybe Josh or Dad might have said that has stuck to you. There's just a couple of great examples here. Here's one. If my dad wanted to eat more of something, after he'd get it, he'd always say, "It's not like I was going to ever fit back into my prom dress."
Yes.
Hilarious.
That's a great one. Or he would say, "I'll tell you what, those are tougher than woodpecker lips."
Those woodpecker lips have to be tough.
Because, I mean, they got to be beating all that wood over.
You know, woodpecker heads have sort of a shock absorber inside them so they can hit the tree that
Good
hard.
thing when they hit the windows.
And weren't helmet manufacturers doing some kind of study of how they
examined woodpecker head?
trying to...
My dad.
Woodpecker head, Josh? Ever had that?
It's fast.
Kind of pecks at you.
I'm sorry, Christy, you were saying?
The one that I always say all the time, and my dad used to say, "I'm full as a tick," after he'd eat a meal.
Wow, that's kind of gross.
I know it's what Andy says all the time, too, when I say it.
What about when you wake up and you're really thirsty and you go, "Oh, I could spit a quilt."
I never heard that. Yeah, that cotton mouth?
Yeah, cotton mouth.
I've never heard that. Well, we're going to...
Maybe you'll start.
we have a stack of these. Some of them are so odd. It's hotter than a fart in a skillet.
That's interesting.
That is interesting.
What's that? What is who hovers over the? Wait a second, I'm making some burgers. Hold on. If you got a good one.
You didn't invite Philip, did you? He's constantly farting.
He farts in the skillet.
I haven't had a pancake in years.
Now, that's all coming up, but right now, it's time to check in and make sure that you're safe and secure and feeling good in your home.
Simply Safe will give you peace of mind. That's true. That's why we recommend and trust Simply Safe here at the Bob and Tom Studios, and it keeps watch over my compound. Absolutely. And traditional security systems only take action after somebody's already broken in, and that is too late. Simply Safe has Active Guard outdoor protection, can help prevent break-ins before they happen. Simply Safe has AI-powered cameras backed by live professional monitoring agents that monitor your property and detect suspicious activity. If somebody's lurking around or acting suspiciously, agents see and talk to them in real time, activate spotlights. They can even contact the police all before they have the chance to get inside your home. And Simply Safe, as always, no long-term contracts or cancellation fees, and monitoring plans start affordably at around $1 a day. And Simply Safe, the home of the 60-day satisfaction guarantee or your money back. So get a load of this deal we have for you. Visit simplysafetom.com right now and claim 50% off a new system with your first month free of professional monitoring. That's 50% off and your first month free. Go to simplysafetom.com. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
And coming up, it's the Boogeyman in the news. Oh, it's very scary. And it turns out he really was there. We'll find out what I'm talking about when we come back. These are the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, Christy Lee here. How would you like to go on vacation with me? No, seriously. Join me September 28th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Paulette. We'll travel through the charming countryside and also experience the historic cities of London and Edinburgh. Experience the best of Britain's rolling countryside and bustling cities rich in history and culture. We'll see the iconic landmarks of London. Visit the storybook villages of Oxford, Chester, and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon. We'll behold regal jewels of Edinburgh's castle and visit the medieval walls of York. This and so much more. The best part? Paulette makes travel easy, including flights, meals, hotels, sightseeing, and local experiences. It's all planned for you. You can just sit back and have the time of your life. Don't miss your chance to see Britain with me. This is going to be a great group and an amazing trip. I already know we're going to have so much fun. Call Colette at 800-581-8942 or visit bobandtom.com to learn more. Don't miss out. Call Colette at 800-581-8942.
I remember we weren't prepared to do this. We're completely doing this.
That's why I'm stalling.
G-L-O-R-I-A, glory.
That's not Clint Black Sabbath.
No.
Now, how do you introduce Mr. Sabbath?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't done this in 15 years.
Okay.
But you just take certain lyrics of some songs and put them with another song.
I see.
Like he's going to play Born to Be Wild. Listen, and I'll tell you about a man named Jed. Poor mountaineer, yeah. Barely kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some food, yeah. Up from the ground come a bubbling crude. Black gold Texas tea. Sweet tea.
Nothing like sweet tea.
Try that.
I like drinking sweet tea.
That's nice.
Try one of the other ones. Whichever one you want to do.
How about
Your cheating heart will make you weak. You'll try and try to sleep, but sleep won't come the whole day through. Your cheating heart will tell on you. Oh, Lord, yeah. Oh, Lord, yeah. Oh, Lord, yeah.
This is James Sibley as Clint Black Sabbath.
I can't believe I'm doing this. Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses, evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death construction, in the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning. Death and hatred to mankind.
Nice.
Poisoning their brainwashed mind. Oh, Lord, yeah. Oh, Lord, all right, yeah. That's good enough. Oh, Lord, yeah.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
Clint Black Sabbath.
Very.
That's great.
Makes it a lot.
I love that.
The Steppenwolf thing, the Born to Be Wild, you should do that if you ever go karaoke.
I got to do that one.
Yeah, do that. You can sing Beverly Hills. And you've heard the Purple Haze Green Acres thing, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love doing
Oh, wait, well, I haven't heard that.
I guess that always makes
the words
everybody
from
happy.
Green Acres fit great. Green Acres is the place to be. Farm living is the life for me. Land spreading out so far and wide. Keep Manhattan, just give me that countryside.
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah, more or less.
Hey, looking for the link to sync with Bob and Tom VIP? Yeah? It's right there at bobandtom.com.
I wanted to ask about this. These are your
adopted
parents.
Adopted parents.
You are,
That's
okay.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm adopted. I was actually left in a basket on the stoop of a fire station. And had I been a Dalmatian, they would have kept me. But
damn your luck. Huh?
Yeah, damn my luck.
No. But you were. That's nice though. You were adopted, and you have a good relationship with your adopted.
I love being adopted. But people say things to me. I'm with my dad. A guy comes up to me. He goes, "You have your father's eyes." I'm like, "No, I don't even have his address."
Wow.
I think he lives near a fire station.
Somewhere.
I feel blessed to be adopted, but I'm curious about my culture, my heritage. I kind of think I'm a light-skinned black man.
Really?
Based
Very
on
light.
what?
Because I'm big, you know.
Yeah, oh, I got you. Okay. Banana.
People, exactly. That's why it's a fun word. People ask, are you English, you German, you French? I don't know. I'm adopted. All I know about my culture is they give away their children.
Bofa on the front.
What?
Bofa on the front.
What are we talking about?
D's nuts on the back. New T-shirts. What do you think?
What are they going to say again?
Bofa
On the front.
and then on the back, D's nuts, and another T-shirt.
Uh-oh. Having just
Album release party Saturday night at the Jazz Kitchen. The first one I think is already sold out, but great stuff from Steve Ali and the big band.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey.
Hello, Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
This is Tom sneezing.
Oh,
I'm Chick McGee at the OriginSouls.com sports. And we are at the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Hello, Tom.
I was recording something, and that just happened.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, whoa.
Very satisfying.
You got to clear it out.
Yes.
Yeah, we had some story last week how to suppress a sneeze. No
way.
Let her rip. Get it out of there.
My dad always sneezed and he always cursed.
Really?
Every time he would sneeze, he would curse.
What kind of curse?
The S word?
Like during the sneeze?
Yes.
Yeah, that's always funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you giggled.
Every time. It was
But now
so
we have this list of things, the kind of family catchphrases. That's kind of a thing your dad would do.
Oh, yeah.
But one of the ones was, I just love this one. The person writes, if my dad wanted to eat more of something, after he would get it, he would always say, it's not like I was ever going to fit back in my prom dress. God, that is great. How about this one? My dad, every time he takes a photo with close friends or family, he says, "Gotta have pictures for the funeral."
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
See, your dad strikes me as someone who would never have any of these sayings.
No. Here's one. These are from Reddit. This person writes, my grandmother would always say, "I gotta get moving. Rigor mortis is starting to set in."
I love that.
Is that right?
Okay, this one's interesting. My mother would say whenever she saw an ambulance, "They'll never sell ice cream going that fast."
That's so good. I love all these.
That's
I
great.
do, too.
Wow, that's so funny.
And I just wish we had a lot of these.
Do you remember
them?
what Jess's aunt, Jess Hooker, told us one morning? Her aunt, when she'd hear out front a car would go by and the horn would blow, and her aunt would say, "Horn blows. How about the driver?"
Oh, yeah, that was a big one in our family.
You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Is that
was a
That seems a little earthy.
Is the sexual context of that intended to be there?
I think so.
Absolutely.
But as kids, we didn't know what that meant. We just said it.
Yeah, I used to always hear, the horn
Because we
blows.
heard
The
it.
horn blows, and so do you.
Oh, really?
Oh, and so do you.
Oh.
But there was.
That's a little more personal.
No, but it also wasn't, and there was no sexual context intended. It was. Hey,
I was ever staying at my grandparents', I'm going to take a shower. My grandma would say, "Make sure you put it back when you're done."
Oh,
yeah. Very sweet.
Every now and then I'd get the "Did you take a shower?" and I would say, "Why, is one missing?"
Yeah.
When we'd hear the phrase "Grandma's getting her coat," that means it's time we have to leave.
Yeah.
Did anybody else have the parents that, all right, we have to go, let's go, get your coats on, we'd all pile in the car and then sit there for 20 minutes while they said their goodbyes?
Oh, yeah.
We'd lose our minds.
No, but I dated that girl once.
There are some people that don't say goodbye well.
Yeah.
It takes them too long.
I would go, "Look, I have to leave.
Me on the
way out of the door, do not introduce me to anyone. I am not speaking to anyone. Don't stop and talk to anyone under any circumstances."
Wow. What is
the Irish goodbye is really a lifesaver.
I love it.
really
love
is.
the Irish goodbye.
Me too.
And then a quick note later.
Yeah.
Had a great time. Thanks so much.
Yep.
Cram it.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm in my jammies. Leave me alone.
This one's a little rough. I'd walk a mile just to hear her fart through a walkie-talkie.
That's so funny.
Oh.
That's how hot she is.
Well, then that.
Okay. There was no context provided.
No, then I drink her bath water. That
Yeah,
was
sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And there's some about her dad. I really can't repeat any of that.
Yeah,
now that I think about it.
This is a good one. My dad would watch trailers for movies. He would say, "That one's rated R for rent it."
He wasn't going to go to the theater.
I like that
Spend
very
his time
much.
and money.
Yes.
Here's a variation on the one you just mentioned, Chick. This guy writes, "I drag my balls through a mile of poison glass just to drink her bathwater."
Poison glass.
Poison.
Takes it one step further.
Yeah. Where do you get? What's poison glass?
That's what's so wonderful about it.
Was he grow up in the enchanted forest?
It's
What
not
the
just
hell?
going to cut you. It's going to poison you.
Here's a couple common ones. My father would say to my mother, "Shut your hole."
Whoa.
Loving relationship.
My mother would say to my
Somebody
father.
didn't quite get what we were doing.
My father would
Don't
say.
make me backhand
My
you.
father didn't say anything. He just used his fist. Well, that's not really
What we're trying
not really what we're doing
Some
here.
of the funnier, unique ones.
All I remember is, boy, smack.
This one.
That's what my dad said.
This one's really confusing, but Chick, you'll I think probably be able to help me with this one.
Okay.
I will say S, and that will mean the common word for defecant.
Uh-huh.
My football coach would say, "Well, it's like S through a tin horn if you missed your block."
Tin horn?
Yeah, what?
It runs.
Okay.
Maybe it goes through smoothly. I don't know.
In other words, the guy missed the block, so they got through like S through a tin horn.
I don't even know what a tin horn is.
I don't either.
Your French horns, your trumpets, your.
But a turd wouldn't easily go through a French horn.
I've always heard the one where you'd have diarrhea.
Right.
And you could go through a screen door and not hit a wire.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a good one.
Can't make chicken salad out of chicken. I've heard that. Our coach said that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You heard
Out
that
of
one?
chicken ass?
Yes.
I like that.
Huh.
What's the context for that?
It's get in front of the guy.
You can't make chicken salad out of chicken, you know.
Right. Yeah. If you want a finished product, you got to
make it right with good ingredients.
Exactly.
Actually, my defense coordinator, the one who had the spirit stick who hit me in the head, he reminded me a lot of the R. Lee Ermey from Full Metal Jacket, actually. I'd get this a lot. Oh, that's right. Yeah, don't block him. That's a great idea. Real sarcastic, Josh.
If someone asked my father if he was a runner, he would say, I don't have to do that now. I bought this watch and stopped stealing stuff.
Yeah.
That sounds like he wanted to confess to someone.
When somebody would go by speeding, my mother would say, hope you get to that fire.
If something was slightly annoying, or my dad would always go, that's life in the city.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's life in the big city. I've heard big city.
My dad would describe self-centered people as standing too close to the mirror.
Oh, he's always standing too close to the mirror, isn't he?
I've heard the speeding car one. I heard, you should have started sooner. One of those.
That's good, too.
And, yeah, go ahead. Hell's only half full.
Oh, I like that one.
How about that?
How about this one? You can't push a rabbit out of a culvert with a rope.
No, you can't.
Well, you certainly can't.
Is this
can't shoot pool with a rope either.
Is this a sexual thing?
I don't know.
Because the
rabbit and
the limp rope shooting pool thing is.
Did they used to kill rabbits for pregnancy tests?
No.
Is that what that?
I never understood that either.
The rabbit
died. They injected the rabbit with
no.
I thought they did too with the hormone, pregnancy hormone or something.
I thought it was a test of the father's strength. If he can strangle the rabbit and kill it,
yes,
means you're pregnant.
He's very virile. Yeah.
Did your parents ever say when they were looking for something? Yeah, I ran all over Hell's Half Acre.
I love Hell's Half Acre.
No, that's another good one.
Oh, my
That's
mom
a good
and
name
dad
for like
used
a
to say
haunted
that.
house.
Yeah, Hell's Half Acre.
Yeah.
Hell's Half Acre.
Yeah, we got to go to Hell's Half Acre.
You know, it's not a good name.
What?
A fart in a skillet at a restaurant.
No, that is not a good restaurant.
I'd like the biscuits with the fart in a skillet. How about this one? This is interesting. I've heard a variation of this one. Do you want a drink, or a drink? Okay. Yeah.
I've heard.
Never heard that.
Are we having drinks or drinky drinks? Is what I've heard.
Yeah, that's the same thing. A drink would be non-alcoholic. A drink would be wine or beer, and a drink would be liquor.
Oh, okay, a hard liquor. All right.
That makes sense. Yeah, I like that one very much. If you've got any good ones, by all means, you can get them to us. Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. Yes?
Or, God, he's as drunk as Hootie Brown.
Hootie Brown?
Write these down. Who's Hootie Brown?
Never heard of Hootie Brown. Didn't know he had a drinking problem.
Oh, my God, my parents said that all the time. Oh, he's as drunk as Hootie Brown.
Now I got to find out who Hootie Brown is.
I don't know.
Okay, well, maybe we'll find out. I don't know. I can't guarantee it. We'll try. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
Slide guitar. I wrote a song a long time ago called The Lifelong Tiger Fan Blues. I know the Cubs have issues, but the Tigers have had for a long time. And I wrote it when we were like 0 for 19 years. And then we got good in 2006. But then this particular season, 2010 here, we were great, and then we went off the cliff. So I rewrote it about a week ago. baseball fan since I was a little boy. I had a bedroom full of little baseball toys, batting a ball and a Wilson glove. Yeah, me and the national pastime, we was oh so in love. Every opening day, oh, I still get that itch. I can hardly wait for that very first pitch. All my hopes and dreams all in place. I get visions of my Tigers in a pennant race. Win or lose, I got a lifelong Tiger fan blues. 2006, we made it all the way to the fabled Fall Classic, only get a St. Louis whooping and our Detroit ass kicked. 2009, we was tied with the Twins. We had to go to Minnesota to lose it again. In 2010, started off with a bang. We was leading the league in everything. Hang on.
It's for you.
Oh, but come the All-Star break, our season's done. Our goose is cooked, oh, they're setting our sun. Win or lose, I get a lifelong Tiger fan blues. Bring back K-Line, bring back Cash, bring back Greenberg, and all them homers each smash. Mickey Cochran, Schoolboy Rowe, Ty Cobb, and Rocky Colavito. Win or lose, got a lifelong Tiger fan blues. And this is the rewrite. First Samaya broke his arm, then Inge broke his hand while Mags was breaking his foot. Guillen was pulling his ham. Half of our roster was MIA. Now half of Toledo's been called up to play. I don't believe in fate. I don't believe in signs. And waiting on your destiny's a waste of time. But how the hell else can we possibly explain Armando Galarraga's imperfect game? Win or lose, I got a lifelong Tiger fan blues. Life ain't fair, nice guys finish last. You can't have a future if you don't have a past. Yet still I hope, still I pray. Another World Series gonna come my way. But folks, mark my words and learn this lesson. Cut your losses and count your blessings. Or just like me, you're gonna end up crying while spending Sunday afternoons with the Detroit Lions. I got a lifelong Tiger fan blues.
That's great.
Oh, there's some frustration there.
Jeff Daniels.
The imperfect game.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from The Bob and Tom Show. Miss some of the show? Become a Bob and Tom VIP and subscribe to the audio and video podcasts. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
Here's why I like soccer now. I love to see our soccer team lose, not because I'm against them, but because I love to see the look of disappointment in all these fake bandwagon fans. I was in the airport when Landon Donovan and the boys lost. Right. People were in the airport crying. And we're just so proud of them. We love our soccer team. Really, name 3 players.
How true?
Just say you like soccer. First of all, we shouldn't even have a soccer team. We should have soccer players, but our national team's only function should be to go to other countries and allow them to stomp us because they can't beat us in anything else. Mm-hmm. We go to every other country. We take their best athletes in all their other sports. Soccer is the only thing they still have a shot at beating us in. why would you steal that country's joy? We still have fun. We still have porn and other things that make us happy.
A tremendous sport.
Yeah.
These other countries, all they have is that. And the last thing they want to do is lose to somebody they hate in the sport they perfect. How pissed would you be if the Lakers lost to Al Qaeda? Like, you understand?
Well, you should have let him in.
They're never learn. They're never going to learn, Tom.
Lots of cool concerts on the way. Coming up, some news about that Steve Martin Short event.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show at the Silac Insurance News Desk. It's Christy Lee.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chickster.
Coming up later this morning, next hour, we've got Greg Warren, brought to you by Champion Windows, Sunrooms, Home Exteriors. Champion Windows. Visit championsavenow.com. I'm Chick McGee at the orangeinsoles.com sports desk. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee. I'm just getting organized over here. Now, we were visiting the orangeinsoles.com sports desk starring Chick McGee over there.
We didn't get to the ladies' side of the bracket yet, NCAA playoffs. Men, Auburn and Florida, Houston and Duke, Saturday night in San Antonio for the men's Final Four. And in the ladies' bracket, UCLA and Lauren Betts, she had 17 points, 7 rebounds, and they beat LSU yesterday, 72-65. UCLA advance. And Chloe Kitts scored 14 points, and defending national champion South Carolina reached the Final Four of the women's NCAA tournament for a 5th straight year, beating Duke 54-50. You know, it was celebrating there with the South Carolina Cocky. The South Carolina Gamecock was throwing confetti in the air.
Oh, having a ball.
Oh, yeah. The remaining 2 spots for the women's Final Four this evening, 7 o'clock Eastern, TCU takes on Texas on ESPN, and then UConn and USC. And then semifinals on Friday night, finals on Sunday on the ladies' side. And yesterday, we also had a fight in the NBA. Fight. It was between Detroit and Minnesota. We've got a little bit of Minnesota ends up winning the game. And I'm not sure what happens here, but somebody started pushing, shoving somebody. Here we go. We got to drive to the bucket. And then I don't know what it is about the Pistons, but they always get into fights. That's Dante DiVincenzo.
Hot-blooded Italian.
Timberwolves, and then they go, and then coaches and assistant coaches, and it's something else.
It's a bench clearing brawl, isn't it? Whoa.
It is.
Looks like a scrum.
God.
Remember the Palace at the Malice, Pistons and Pacers.
Well, now we were talking about phrases that maybe they're using in your family. Like the dad who would grab something off someone else's plate and say, well, it's not like I was ever going to fit in my prom dress again.
Were you guys often threatened with knuckle sandwiches?
Yes,
That was always on the menu at my house.
Yep.
My mom would say, I will beat your ass. Yeah.
But not a fun knuckle.
No.
Really not very...
not a fun thing. It was threatening.
Not really homespun.
No.
Like this one. My dad would see a good-looking woman and he'd go, I'd lick her bicycle seat in a hot summer day.
Oh, jeez.
His dad. Father to son.
How about this one?
How's he going to learn, Josh? How's he going to learn?
My father might suggest that a gentleman was gay. He'd say, that guy would rather hear a fat man fart than see a pretty girl smile. This is that kind of homespun, unfortunate wisdom.
My grandmother on my dad's side.
I like a book called Unfortunate Wisdom. But go ahead.
My grandmother on my dad's side, now she was a coal miner's daughter, so think about that. But she used to say, oh my gosh, she'd go, those pants are so tight on that girl, I can see her religion.
Yes.
And
I thought that was only for men.
Yeah, because of the circumcision.
Right.
I never understood that.
I think I think somewhere along the way, it just became the
I
other,
think it just
even though
became whatever.
it's not. Is there any religion that requires the ladies to do anything significant in that area?
No, but
nothing comedic at all.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, there's. I forgot about there.
Tribe somewhere.
That's horrible.
Let's stick to the Western culture, shall we?
I think it just became a generic phrase, as she would say.
Yeah.
My mom had a thing about the gay people. We ought to round them all up. Stuff like that.
Your mother.
Yeah, it's plain speaking. Is what
your mother had. You know what? She had passionate opinions.
She was very, very passionate.
All of them. Shall we say?
Round them up.
Not very.
In my house, it was always just funny. He never married.
How about this one?
A lifelong bachelor.
Right.
When someone would say a phrase my grandmother had heard a million times, she'd say, "Well, put that in needlepoint." That's pretty good.
Did you ever talk about, they would say, there's poor as a church mouse. What the hell is a church mouse anyway? And why is a church mouse poor? I never got that.
I don't know why a church mouse would be, but a church mouse is a thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He's living at the church because he can't afford first and last, and he can't afford an apartment.
Yeah, so he's living rent-free, and
they took him in at the church.
Mm-hmm.
How about this
What
one?
is that joke about the preacher, the rat pissed on the mattress? Remember this? Fire and brimstone.
I don't know that.
His assistant was in the attic, and
a lot thing, but I don't know.
I throw matches while he's saying fire and
these old bromides get kind of complicated.
And then the mouse pissed on the match.
My mother had
round them up. That's what we should do.
My mother had very large breasts. Regardless of the situation, if someone came up and said, "Oh, I have a question," she'd go, "Yep, they're real."
Oh, funny. Yes. No, ma'am, we actually want to know if you volunteer at the church.
I was asking
yard sale.
Going to speak at church on Sunday. Yeah, they're real.
My dad would, when we would say while traveling, "Are we there yet?" Even though we knew we were hours from the destination, my father would say, "Yes, I'm just looking for a place to park." That's a great one.
Didn't our friend Randy Montgomery had the best line I've ever heard for that? Said, "Yeah, we're there. Your uncle just has a really long driveway."
Did you ever hear Oscar's story about his dad pulled the old, if you guys don't behave back there, I'm going to turn this car around?
Oh, yeah.
And they were driving from, it was like a 12-hour drive down to Florida. And one of his brothers goes, "Yeah, right. We're already almost there. You're going to pull the car." Oski said he's never seen somebody get beaten by another person from the front seat to the back seat. But I love that the kid called.
Yeah, we're going to turn around.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we're already
6
almost
hours
there.
into the
That happened to a friend of mine. They got all the way to Florida, and his dad turned around, went back. Yes.
I ain't buying
That's
it.
really something.
Yeah, I did. Stayed one day.
That's a dad who didn't want to go on that vacation
No,
anyway.
he didn't.
Wow. When my father would gun it through a yellow light that was actually red, he'd go, "Don't worry, we'll stop at the next one." These are fantastic. Oh, God.
This is what I love. Don't you love? This is when you go, "Oh yeah, people are hilarious and wonderful."
Oh, yeah.
I love this stuff. I mean, some of Chick's.
My mom had a saying about people.
Yeah. Okay, round them up. Okay, fine.
Some bitches want to mind their own business. Something like that.
Anytime someone would fart, my father would blame the dog. By the way, our dog had been dead for a decade.
Holy hell.
These are terrific. If you've got any, by all means, ship them off to us, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. Right now, the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is all about accessing therapy in a simpler manner. Let's talk some numbers. Traditional in-person therapy can cost between $100 and $250 per 50-minute session. That can add up pretty quick. BetterHelp online therapy, you're going to save an average of about 50%. So find out all the details by visiting BetterHelp.com/BT Show. Well, therapy, of course, is all about making an inventory of your life, doing some stuff, whatever you're thinking about. You might want to talk to someone else, and that's where therapy comes in. Maybe you've got some anxiety or you've got some stress issues. Mental health, your mental health is certainly worth it. Now, the idea of BetterHelp is to do that therapy online. You go online, you fill out a questionnaire, you'll be matched with one of some 30,000 therapists that work the program. And by the way, there are 5 million people, more than 5 million, that are actually taking advantage of BetterHelp. Because the therapy's done online, that means you can do it wherever you want to do it, at your convenience. You could be sitting in your car in the parking lot, you could be in your office, you could be on the job site, whatever works. Find out all the details by visiting BetterHelp.com/BT Show. And the /BT Show part, once again, knocks 10% off your first month. So it's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT Show. You can do it, by the way, like a Zoom call with a camera on. You can do it like a phone call, just talking, or even texting back and forth. It's up to you. Get the details. If you're thinking about therapy, this is an interesting way to do it because you don't have to be in a room with someone and be all nervous because you're doing it where you want to be. Once again, it's BetterHelp.com/BT Show. Coming up in the news, Christy Lee, what do you got over there?
Well, we have a boogeyman underneath someone's bed. We have a surgeon in trouble for sharing some photos that he shouldn't have. And we have a black bear and a guy in a bear suit coming up.
Oh, no.
Whoops. Yeah, this one.
Sexual assault?
This one's okay, but write this guy's name down because coming up.
And more sports coming up, too. Ovi had a goal last night, getting closer.
Boy.
All right, we'll
9
find all the details. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios with you. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Greatness isn't given. It's earned. It starts from the ground up with every step, every move, every moment. Because when the game is on the line, you need the best. The new Sport Athletic Performance Insole from Orange Insoles. Stability, support, dominance. Orange Insoles, because greatness starts from the ground up, even when you're sitting down.
I can't help but notice, sir, you're wearing extremely tight, what are those called?
They are called Lycra Spandex Pursuit Pants.
Now, is that a potato in the front there, or
Tom? Glad to see you. Tom.
Oh, I'm sorry. Looks like Jim and the twins are pretty cozy this morning, sir.
Never hurts to advertise.
Yeah, I guess it does.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
He's smuggling topsoil for an offshore development project.
Well, yeah, I always a White Castle.
Really?
Yeah. I was I was so drunk I thought I was in McDonald's. I ordered a quarter pounder. I got 500 hamburgers. You know what I'm trying to say to you?
Help me.
Okay, thank you.
Pick a number between 1 and 50. We'll ask our guest. Then I'll just hit a random sound effect. We'll see if it fits the commercial. All right. 1 and 50, Clinton. Pick a number.
35.
35. That's Andy Moore Ford. 35. Here we go.
Heavenly deals at Andy.
There you go.
You'll think you've died and gone to
Pick another number, Clinton.
Andy Moore Ford.
27.
27.
Andy Moore Ford. Electrifying deals at Andy Moore Ford.
Okay, pick another number. Go ahead, Clinton. Any number.
8.
8? Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, dear.
They have body shop.
They have a body shop.
Andy Moore Ford.
Any other number? Go ahead. Pick one more.
19.
That's our manager screaming at the fabulous deals you'll find.
Where is that?
At Andy Moore Ford.
This is the Bob and Tom Show this morning.
Man, I wish I'd lived to hear today's show.
Me too. I wish I was here.
Yeah. You know, there's a reason I'd never heard of this band.
Why?
Because this guy had to have his penis cut off for publicity. You know, I prefer musicians who can actually make it on their skill, not on their lack of a dick. So,
yikes! I knew you'd.
I know how to make it in show business.
That's what I said.
Yikes! I know how to make it in show business. First, we whip it out, and then we take a cleaver.
How does he pee?
sitting down.
Or all over the place.
Yeah, that was the video.
No, that's not true, Clint. How does he pee?
Depends.
Okay, never mind. Sorry I asked.
Hard copy all of a sudden. This is exclusive.
Dogs die in the cargo hold? Occasionally.
And then they just replace them with a dog that looks similar. They got a big dog farm for these things, man. All the airlines share the same dog farm.
Dave, we need a Shih Tzu.
Brown face, white feet.
We need a Shih Tzu, gate C27.
It's a number 8.
Yeah.
Bring us that number 8.
Another newfie coming in on United. Try to take care of that.
Yeah, he's stiffering aboard. Come on in.
Okay.
The big danger this time of year is the heat. If they were down there, and if the plane is delayed on the tarmac for any reason, it can be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So that was just a story this week that came out.
Do the
People
right thing. Drive your dog.
warning folks that are flying their dogs about that.
There you go.
I ain't making this up.
And if it's a small dog, like a little tiny little hand dog,
yeah, you can put it underneath your seat.
no, just throw it out the window because those aren't real dogs.
Those aren't real dogs.
This is cool. I like doing radio.
How can you change a dinosaur's name?
I don't know.
Yeah, halfway through.
Do you know
Halfway through.
Do you know what the smallest dinosaur was?
What?
The clitoris. Little red, pinkish dinosaur.
Well, congratulations.
Wow.
You finally got it on the
Finally
air.
have done it, haven't you?
Congratulations.
Way to go.
See, all that filthy lunch talk, and now it's on the air. Are you happy now? Are you a big man saying clitoris? Is that it?
See, I always thought the smallest one was the lick-a-lot-of-puss, but apparently.
Paul, you kind of came off the road as a comedian many years ago when you started doing the TBS show. How many?
We started in '95, so
Really?
14 years.
Wow.
Doing it.
But you occasionally go back out on the road and do stand-up.
I do. I took a little time off the last couple of years, but now I'm getting back out there. It can kind of burn you out being on the road. But,
Sure.
I always see stuff on the road that you just don't see anywhere else, and it just makes you laugh. And I was staying at this hotel, and one of my club dates, and I go down to the jacuzzi, and there's a sign above the jacuzzi that says, "No one shall jump or dive into the jacuzzi." Now, if you're going to dive headfirst into a jacuzzi, are you really going to be swayed by the word shall? Come on, boys, let's go into jacuzzi. Hold on, I see the King's English.
Wow.
What the heck?
I'm guessing that was a lawyer. They really should have.
That just made me laugh all day. That takes away the loneliness of the road. 'Cause it can get lonely.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Special segment coming up here in moments. There's Christy Lee and Jess Hooker. The ladies are being heard from. Hello, Jess.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Hello, Josh Arnold.
Good morning. The Java House coffee is robust yet precocious.
Oh.
Yes.
Now, what exactly does that mean, precocious?
Oh, well, it's hard to explain to those who don't know.
Could one
I
say,
don't.
ornery? Could it say ornery?
Slightly ornery.
I'm Chick McGee.
I guess it's better than being unsettling and confusing.
You don't want that. No.
That'd be no good. That'd be like curdled milk.
Now, last week, Thursday and Friday. Thursday we were in Cincinnati. Thursday morning, and Friday we were in Toledo.
Hello.
There you go.
Toledo, Ohio, for the fabulous opening day. Nobody looks at someone quizzical when their mic goes off more than Tom, whose mic goes off 4 or 5 times a morning. Anyway,
that is simply.
We met a lot of good people, didn't we?
Yeah, that was fun.
Tom and Pat though drove.
We know how to get out of places.
Back home on Friday.
Are you all packed? I said, I'm all packed. Meet me in the lobby. All right, what? 5 minutes? 5 minutes. I go up and grab my guitar, my case. I'm down there.
Boom.
Tom is always very punctual. This is like 15 minutes goes by. 20 minutes
weird.
Go by. In fact, I saw you in the lobby. You said,
And what did I say to you?
Tom just went to the parking lot.
I go, Tom went to your car.
Tom went to get his car.
Yeah.
And it's like 20 minutes go by, and I call him. I'm having an issue with the parking lot. I put my credit card in. I think I just paid $1,000. I can't get out. I'm waiting for someone to get me out.
Put the credit card in. It didn't work. So then I put a different credit card in. It didn't work. Then I put my third one in. It didn't work. Then I started over. Meantime, it's all backing up.
Oh, I bet.
I finally hit the thing, and I tell the guy, "Hey, look, I don't know what's going on, but I can't get out of your parking lot."
Weird.
What was the problem? Do you know?
They just.
I had a nice lady who took my $15.
I was going to say I had an attendant.
There was no attendant there. So. And that's sorry, but yeah.
So how did you end up getting out?
There was a button you push, and you get a human being in the phone, and he goes, "Hey, what's going on?" I said, "This thing is not working."
Interesting.
So they raised the thing, and I got out.
Oh, you got free parking.
Yeah, it was fine. other than wasting. I'm convinced every time I put it in there, I'm going to get a bill for $75.
What if it was just free parking? And he was just slipping his credit card between two stones.
Yeah.
All tired.
Now,
that one didn't work.
We were in Cincinnati on Thursday. I got a letter about that. Chick McGee has added his second best ever comment on the Bob and Tom show.
Oh.
While in Covington. Now, the first one, of course, is the famous Baby Jessica wedding.
Oh, yeah.
And you mentioned that the couple
were being married and they're going to buy a house. And I said, well, I bet they're on city water.
An absolute classic.
Of
course. Yeah, no need to explain. It's a brilliant joke.
No need to
if you don't get it.
Tom, the king of the setup.
No setup.
No need to explain, he says.
I think by now.
Go ahead.
Now, this involved an event with Jess Hooker flirting with the female bartender. She was making a very special drink using the Field of Dreams whiskey.
Yes.
It was pretty hot and heavy. A lot of people really enjoyed that.
It was hot and heavy.
It did. It got intense quick.
They may have missed Chick saying, "There are not two cherries between the two of them."
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I might have said that.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Yeah.
Now, we have many people who enjoyed that segment of the program. Lots of other highlights, including the local pastor. Taking one of the roles.
Pastor Mike was
in the
that
Dan St. Paul First Baseball Game poem.
Amazing Harry Carey impersonation.
So good.
Now, we have a really interesting story in the world of baseball. We touched on it earlier today.
Denny Hamlin won the NASCAR event. Alex Ovechkin now 5 goals away from Gretzky's NHL record after scoring the 890th of his career. And new torpedo-shaped bats are drawing attention. The New York Yankees hit a team record 9 home runs against the Milwaukee Brewers. Do we have a picture of the interesting bats using a different model in which the wood has been moved lower down the barrel with the shape ending up? It looks a little bit like a bowling pin. It's ever so slight. The top one is the torpedo bat, and the bottom one is...
Now, 3 of those home runs were hit by Judge, who does not use a torpedo bat.
No.
He's
of the 9.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why it's taken so long for someone to come up with this idea.
And this was thought up by a teacher in physics at MIT, who was on the Yankee staff last year.
In other words, it's thicker, sort of where the label would be. It does look like an elongated bowling pin.
Well, the sweet spot's always been, if you're looking at a bat and the label is readable, to the right of the label. So this is just an enlarged, in a way, a sweet spot, and then it tapers slightly towards the end of the bat as opposed to staying the same diameter.
Is there anything to that? I was always heard, don't hit it on the trademark because you'll break the bat.
Yes, that's a good way to break the bat.
I've heard that, yeah.
And Jess, you're looking puzzled. It's tapered so your ass won't slam shut.
Oh, geez.
He just went to ass. He didn't even no can.
Not doing the setup
Straight to the ass.
Again, you don't need the setup bat if you've been around, you know.
Gigantic barrels have always, the diameter of the barrel, the MLB rules have always been really large. Like, you can have a pretty big barrel, but obviously that's going to add weight to your bat. When you now have a sweet spot that's giant, but it tapers, and you're going to get some of that weight going.
Have you been to the Hall of Fame and seen some of the...
Yeah, if you look at an old bat, they're huge. They're just like lumber.
Yeah, Babe Ruth's bat, they're big. But they're calling it the torpedo. So I assume every team is going to be getting these in the next couple days?
I have no idea, but
Or they outlaw them altogether.
I would guess.
Actually,
There's really no reason to.
I don't.
It's just a different. If you run a lathe, you're just keeping it thicker in the middle, essentially. And the Major League Baseball rules about bats are not very complicated.
Do you have them there?
I do.
They have to be a certain diameter, a certain weight ratio,
And a 42 inches.
and they all have to be made from one piece of wood.
Yeah, it's smooth, round, not more than 2.61 inches in diameter, and not more than 42 inches in length. And it has to be, as John said, one piece of wood. That's it.
A 42-inch bat is so long.
crazy.
What is a normal?
Crazy.
38.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 36.
36, maybe.
Yeah.
38.
Now, why were bats corked? Why did that make it?
Makes them lighter. There was also a guy that developed a bat.
Bat speed, Pat. That's where your speed of the bat. That's the key.
There was a guy that developed a bat that, how do I describe it? The surface of the bat was, what's the word, dimpled, like golf balls, little tiny, and that was not allowed. That would be disallowed by Major League
Will they
Baseball.
ever go to aluminum bats?
No, they'd kill people in Major League Baseball.
Okay.
Yeah, there's an opposite argument of college should go to wood bats.
Yeah.
I agree.
I
I
hate the
think
sound
so.
of an aluminum
I do
bat. Hate
too.
it.
Well, they're trying to get rid of the sound, actually, and I'm sure they probably will here someday.
But the players, any bat that got rid of the sound, the players would go, "This bat's dead."
Yeah.
Right.
But it wasn't. It just sounded dead.
How do they make that transition from college to pro then? If
They
they've
just
been,
do.
They just do it,
Yep.
huh? Wow.
Yeah. There is no transition. You just go one day from playing with aluminum, the next
That
to
has
wood.
to be a shock.
Now, the good players would, go to batting cages or with
Right.
coaches and stuff, and yeah.
So we'll see if everyone has these soon. It's kind of a fun thing. How many? What over the weekend was it? 20 home runs or something?
Something like
some huge number for the
That's
Yankees.
good for baseball.
The NFL competition committee has proposed making the dynamic kickoff rule, and that's given to the kickoff that we had this past season. That's called the dynamic kickoff.
Isn't calling it dynamic because it's so undynamic? Isn't that one of those opposite things?
They want to make it permanent, and they want to move touchbacks to the 35-yard line from the 30. The committee hopes that moving the touchback on kicks that reach the end zone from 30 to 35 will incentivize kicking teams to opt for shorter kicks that lead to more returns.
Now, it is illegal to use these torpedo bats in football.
Oh.
No. The middle linebackers get them.
Oh, they do?
Yes.
Oh, that's a new rule.
That is the rule.
Yeah.
And they're called football bats when they're used in competition. The committee released several other rule changes for 2025, including an expansion of instant replay. That's perfect. Allowing teams to declare their intention, and they have to use these words. I declare
I hope so.
that we are going to have an onside kick. I repeat. They need to declare their intention for an onside kick at any point in the game when they are trailing instead of only in the fourth quarter. Wow, this is.
And you're also allowed for an onside kick. You're allowed to have a guy rush up and try to block it from 5 yards away, but he can't be wearing a cup and can't use his hands. So
Man, that's a lot going on there.
yeah, you got to put your face right in there. It's brutal. If you're just joining us, hi. This is the Bob and Tom program. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios, visiting the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk, the home of Chick McGee.
And with all these other NFL rules changes, like keeping the dynamic kickoff rule, moving touchbacks from the 30 to the 35-yard line, you can have an onside kick at any time of the game as long as you declare your intention. All these proposed changes will be considered this week at the league meetings in one of the league cities. Green Bay. Minneapolis. Dallas, Texas.
Sure.
Palm Beach, Florida.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, the hot spring break chicks are down there.
Yeah.
Get some of that college tang.
Well,
Get some of that.
they're scouting, Tom, is what they're doing. Some of the college tang have brothers.
You didn't read the whole thing. There's that. My favorite new rule is no pads November. That is a great idea.
That's really something.
You're gonna.
Especially in November.
And that's sponsored, oddly enough, that's sponsored by Kotex.
That is odd.
No pad. Teams submitted several proposals that also could be voted on at the league meetings, including that tush push that the Eagles run and changing playoff seeding rules. They go by records instead of divisions. And
And they're going to move the goalpost back another 20 yards. So in most stadiums, they'll be in the stands.
Oh, cool.
That's exciting.
No, actually, they're going to make the goalpost horizontal come out from the sidelines. Same width, but you got.
That's very interesting.
Isn't that interesting? And there'll be 2 goalposts.
What if? How about this? How about 2 crossbars? You've got to get it in the square.
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
I like that very.
You just win if you get that. That's an option.
Bullseye.
Yeah.
And the ref trots out a big stuffed animal for you.
Oh, these are all great ideas.
And speaking of the NFL, the Florida Gators football team has a member named Desmond Randy Watson. He could become the heaviest man ever drafted in NFL history. During Florida's pro day, 6'6", 464-pound defensive tackle.
Yeah, I'm fat.
He's huge.
Bench pressed 225 pounds 36 times.
A 36 repper?
And that tops any bench press performance at this year's NFL Combine. He ran a 40, 6'6", 464 at 5.9 seconds.
That's impossible.
And recorded 25 inches in the vertical jump.
Man.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That means he's 6'6". He can jump 25. He can dunk a basketball.
He can jump 2 feet in the air.
At 46.
And he's so big, this is interesting. The NFL is going to require 2 picks to take him.
That is that's airline style.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir. You're going to have to give us your next round pick. Because
God, who wants to face that guy?
We go by however many seats you use on a plane. That's how many picks we have to use.
It's going to be like you got hit by a car.
Mr. Watson would be nearly 100 pounds heavier than the NFL's heaviest players drafted before, Trent Brown and Daniel Fa'alele, both at 380.
Does he look... Is he one of those fat, strong guys, or is he all muscle?
He's huge. He doesn't look like a big fat guy.
Yeah, gotcha.
Desmond Watson.
Boy, there are those fat guys out there that are it's almost like they only have fat, but it's around all muscle.
Muscle, yeah.
They just lift a car.
Try the tush push with this guy. Good luck getting through that guy.
Play center, yeah. And then Jalen Hurts can squat 600 pounds or something.
Here you go. Look at that. I mean, he is twice the size of the person.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he's assaulting a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it looks like that's a pee-wee player.
Right.
Do they
he's about to tackle.
Do they have any pictures of him shirtless?
I could look.
No, he is flabby.
Yeah, he's a little flabby.
Yeah.
Does he have a nickname?
Not yet.
Because one of the most famous big fellows was the refrigerator. He could be the walk-in freezer.
I think there was a guy named the Freezer. There were a couple others.
He's the walk-in cooler.
He's big. Wow.
It's a big man.
The morgue. That's a good nickname, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here comes the morgue.
Oh, yeah. That's very good.
I think his leg is as big as Jess and I. Like one leg.
Well.
Man, Nitley. Oh, that's a big guy.
His knees have to be.
Boy,
His left knees.
He's always on bottom. That's what I'm going to say.
Oh, yeah. God. I mean, if he were to land on top of a quarterback,
get off me! I have to be on bottom. I can't go back to jail. I'm smothered a woman.
That's the Orlando one.
Do you want to hear the world record? You want to wait?
Let's wait.
All right.
I'm sure it's very exciting.
Nope.
Okay.
But by gosh, we're going to make it exciting. I tell you that.
Coming up, we have I need to talk to some kind of animal expert on this one. We got a guy trying to scare away bears by putting on a bear costume. I just think,
what the hell is that over there? Hey, Morty, come here. Get a load of this guy.
Yeah.
They think.
Watch this. I'm going to go make love to it.
That's the quickest way to get him out of the suits.
And we have a headline I never thought I'd be able to read on the radio. It involves a bird.
Something like a titmouse?
Similar.
Similar to that?
Wait till you hear about this one. This is great. And then we got a great headline. My dog ate $13,000 worth of underwear.
Oh, those are really good underwear, or many pairs of underwear.
Game worn, of course. These are all facts that'll be coming up on this program. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
Oh, Christy, we have to head back over to the news desk.
All right.
Oh, my.
What? Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie.
Hey, spoiler alert.
What?
It's hot as Hades where I'm at.
Really?
Swear to God.
You mean Hades?
Check local listings. Ain't that what you always say, Tom?
Yeah. Depending. It's pretty hot almost everywhere.
Stuffy dick. It's humid here, too. My sack's been permanently stuck in my left leg for the past 5 days, like a clingy koala bear on a eucalyptus tree.
That makes you sound cute.
Very cute.
Anyways, I thought I'd give you some of my suggestions on how to beat the heat if you got a minute.
All right.
Okay.
Sure.
So here goes. Hey, sun seekers and lazy tweakers, it's time now for the top 5 ways to beat the heat with your host, Donnie Baker. Ladies first, I'll say it like this. You ladies have home field advantage on this one.
Yeah.
I'll call it cooling from the core. There's a reason why popsicles are shaped the way they are, Christy.
Yeah?
Think about it.
Oh,
or unless you're Angel Skinner's, a popsicle ain't going to quite cut it.
No.
For her, it's going to take a 12-pack of dilly bars or a mid-sized Yeti. Swear to God. Hey, Josh, you heard the old hot down the hallway.
Sure, yeah.
Well, with Angel Skinner's, hot dogs could pole vault in it. Spit right to her face. All caps and Helveticas. Number 2 ways to stay cool in the heat. Go naked skinny dipping.
Oh.
Ain't nothing going to cool you off quicker than naked skinny dipping. But see, I always personally choose to go skinny dipping in pools. I'll never go naked in retention ponds, lakes, rivers, or retention streams.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Anywhere there's creatures that might go noodling up my sphincter, I'm out. Plus, I don't want some snapping turtle or largemouth bass confusing my junk for a meaty sea snake or eclectic eel or something.
Electric eel.
Third and foremost, any gender. Eat lots of spicy foods like jalapenos. Wash them down with shots of Fireball.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, think about it. That way the heat from the outside and the inside cancels the worst of each other out.
Oh, I see.
Sort of like Dolly Parton's and Kenny Rogers tape. Remember that tape? Both of them suck, but when you put them together, they gave us Islands in the Stream.
Oh, nice song. I like that song.
Oh, by the way, that song was playing in Heather Larson's Chevette the first time I got to second base.
Oh, wow.
Swear to God. Have you guys seen Heather now?
No, I haven't seen her.
Well, she's on Facebook.
Is she?
She's got more babies than an unemployed possum. And to this day, I can't hear that tape without chubbing up.
You love that song, do you?
Speaking of chubbing up, the best way to beat the heat, keep your mind off of it.
Yeah.
True.
I say it like this. My Uncle Junebug always says, if you can't beat the heat, beat your meat. Because nothing will get your mind off the heat quicker than a little visit to Pornhub Premium.
Oh, Donnie.
I swear to God, fresh dollop of icy hot in your hand for pre-gaming. And if you really want to cool off, dabble a little of that icy hot on your nipples. That'll take the heat off your chest.
Really?
But you'll be walking around with a pair of firm meat whistles. Even dudes will be bird dogging. Hey, Christy.
Yes.
And we can rub them together. I'm still chubbing over Heather.
Lovely.
So when Donnie hears
Islands in the Sun. Oh, in the stream, yeah.
he thinks of Heather Larson and Chubbs Up. Who knew? It's so romantic. That's our song, Heather. Well, thank you, Donnie. Very, very informative. I don't think any of those things will work to beat the heat.
Good thing they don't play it much.
You don't hear that much anymore.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I've successfully avoided that for quite a while.
It's a rough love song. I love that song.
Do you really?
I think it's so fun.
Are you out of your mind? I don't think I don't think I can work with you anymore.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
We're making love together.
There it is.
That's awful. Yeah, it's Tom from the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for watching this morning's show. To listen, just go to bobandtom.com. Check out the list for a station near you, or stream the online radio station on our website and the Bob and Tom app. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
We're talking with comedians Mark Klein and Nick Griffin. Nick, anything new in your life?
Well, no. I mean, I'm just out there, trying to make it work. I think you got to try to enjoy yourself. Obviously, I'm a positive guy, very optimistic.
I've noticed that. That's what I like about you.
Yes. I feel
Is this your New Year's resolution?
Yeah, I feel like,
2010's your year.
No, I need to be more realistic, and I feel like, you got to enjoy yourself in the moment because, in an hour, a day, a week, it's all going to suck again. Because that's life, right? Good, sucky, sucky, sucky.
You say that in Japan, and you're going to have a great time.
It's true. It's just hard adjusting to the sucky part of life because when you first get to Earth, everything's sweet. When you're a baby, everyone's kissing your ass, hugging you, feeding you, and then boom, acne, erections, calculus.
Do it on your favorite downloadable service.
This is not hyperbole. Steve Ali is a genius.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah. And the great players with him. So it's so much fun. Steve Ali does all the horns. Even for Pat Godwin's great song about being old and getting sexy.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios.
Chick, I was cruising through the station, the channels yesterday. The clicker, as my grandma would say.
That's right.
On Lifetime, I didn't watch any of it. There was a movie called Deadly DILF.
Ooh.
What? Dads, I'd like to...
Wow.
So apparently this DILF, not to be messed with. Yeah.
Right.
There are plenty of DILFs out there, ladies. Don't mess with the deadly ones.
No.
Oh, gee. How weird. Now
I see Tom as a deadly DILF. He's the last I'd suspect. Right, Tom?
Boy.
Was that a compliment? I'm not sure.
Well, I think being a DILF is a compliment.
Did you watch it?
No, man. I wish I had.
Why? You just tired of living?
I wanted to see what made this DILF so deadly.
Probably some jackass upstairs that thought of a better title for some crappy movie somebody made.
Oh, my God.
This will get morons to watch.
Hey, look. It's a stupid world record. Stupid world record. Gotta get a new intro. An Egyptian freediver has broken the Guinness World Record for performing the most pull-ups underwater.
How do you? Well, that's not
just
hard.
one breath.
Now, see, it's much harder than you think. And he explains it.
Does he have weights on his ankles or anything?
36-year-old Rami Abdelhamid swam down to pull up.
By the way,
it's raining.
I think you're right. Abdelhamid.
Situated 29 feet 6 inches beneath the surface of the Red Sea. Sorry, ladies. Where he performed 33 pull-ups to achieve the title. Mr. Abdelhamid explained why pull-ups are actually more difficult underwater.
What did he sound like when he explained? Excellent take, Tom. Yes.
Good.
He said the challenge.
I'm running out of air.
The challenge was actually pushing myself back down.
Now remember, he starts on the surface. He's got to swim down. He's 30 feet below the
So
surface.
they had like a bar down there that he's hanging on?
And they've got a whole setup.
Watch this. Yeah, they do.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Wow.
It's a push down underwater.
And your question is correct,
He weighs nothing.
Yeah, it looks so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but remember, when he's done, he's got to get to the surface and not die.
Or not. They'll revive him. Come on.
Got scuba people right there.
Are those all the sponsors taped to the...
Hilarious. They have like laminated pieces of paper.
Yeah, that's amateur looking, but...
Oh, they're giving each other high fives. You know,
Well, he broke the world
they
record.
did shots that night. And
you ever seen that movie about the people that do that?
The one guy couldn't high five. Apparently, he stole something once.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
They played with themselves on a balcony and completed.
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
Don't watch that movie. Have you seen it, Tom?
It's terrifying.
It's terrifying.
Which one?
The free diving movie.
And then there was a piece on them, I think,
Doesn't end well
on
for
60
very
Minutes or something, and the one lady ended up disappearing, and they never found the body. And
Oh.
they're the ones that they get on those weights and they go way down. And
Are we ever going to do the news story about the guy who tried to kill his wife with the rock in Hawaii? Was that last week?
Oh, I know. I saw that. That was why.
Why not? Because
And she's alive.
Yeah, she is.
Tried to stabbed her with something too.
Yeah, and pushed her off a ledge and hit her with a rock, then pushed her off.
Boy, what did she do?
And she's alive.
Wait a second. Hang on a second.
Well, you know what?
Everybody stop for a second.
No.
I love blaming the victim. Yeah, in this case.
Listen, Josh.
Why did she hit her? Why did he hit her in the head with the rock?
I don't think he liked her.
Oh, I thought it was because that's where the noise was coming.
Again, I think doubling down on your horrific.
I'm sorry. You're right.
You know, there's a reason I didn't print that story. That's why.
Well, you got it. No, I figured had she perished, of course we wouldn't do this.
No, this is still awful.
No, she's alive.
Yeah, she survived attempted murder by her husband.
Absolutely. Think of the movie of the week she's going to do. Talk about a meet cute.
Now, did he try to push a giant rock like off a cliff onto her, or did he just hit her with a rock?
He hit her in the head.
They were posing for a photo.
And he said, get out there on the edge. That's where you can really experience what you're looking at.
Oh, my gosh.
And then hit her with a syringe of something to
What?
knock her out. Yeah.
Ooh,
and then
they don't know. Yeah,
They
he
don't
was
know
a
what was in it.
doctor, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like stage this whole thing so that he could push her into this ravine. Or canyon or whatever.
So basically, he killed her 3 times.
And none of them worked.
None of them.
Yeah. The rock, the syringe.
Well, she's a witch.
And the fault. Yeah.
Oh, no, again, not only are we blaming the victim, we're turning her into a witch.
Or he's a bad murderer.
Apparently.
He might be a weak man.
That's true.
Oh, God.
What happened to the beauty of a knife? What happened to that? It's so simple.
Is that sports?
Huh?
The gorgeous simplicity of a piano. Why?
Is that sports? Does that complete what you call a sportscast?
Take the gun, leave the cannoli. Yes, that's sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Chick McGee at the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk.
That's what we farted for.
You want to hear the music?
Well, I haven't played it for a month.
Okay.
What do you mean?
This is what you farted for.
And ladies and gentlemen, be looking for that New York Yankees autographed torpedo bat dildo coming.
Oh, God.
But actually,
to a store near you.
You have unknowingly led us to the first story in the world of news from Christy Lee at the...
Hang on.
Oh, well, you dig for it. She's at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
She couldn't find the last one she looked for.
You know what?
She's really unprepared today.
Yeah.
Well, this
is not where I thought we were going.
Maybe a flashlight.
Texas lawmakers have proposed a bill that would require a photo ID to buy sex toys online.
Oh, all right.
The Houston Chronicle reports a bill would require anyone purchasing with the bill terms an obscene device must provide proof they are 18 or older, such as government-issued ID or through a third-party age verification service.
They're missing the point.
What's the point?
What's the point?
What's the point?
No, I mean, if you're a teenage boy, you don't need anything except maybe privacy, right?
Well,
yeah, I kind of agree.
You're not going to need
the market,
the pocket porn.
Yeah, for the underage. It's not that big.
I think I remember hearing about the pocket.
Really?
accessory and losing my mind and thinking I've got to get one.
Really?
But did you ever, though?
I didn't.
Same.
No. I couldn't, I couldn't hook it up, but man, I wanted.
I mean, these. First of all, don't they have better things to do right now?
I would think.
And maybe we could help poor people, or I'm concerned about 14-year-olds buying dildos online. What? Who cares?
Violation of this law would subject site owners to a $5,000 fine and a misdemeanor charge. According to the Texas Penal Code,
Ironic.
An obscene device means, quote, a device including a dildo or artificial vagina designed or marketed as useful primarily for the stimulation of human genital organs.
Can you imagine some lawyer had to write this one day? What'd you do at work today, honey? Well, I have to describe dildos and fake pussies for some machine.
Oh, my God, you can't say that.
Oh, you can't?
What are you doing?
Oh, whoa.
Even the Tom Jones thing is pushing it.
What the hell?
You know where we're going, Tracy?
You're going to the phone.
To the Final Four!
Hey, did you know it's currently
The Bob and Tom Show is experiencing technical difficulties.
No, I'm just.
We're working on the problem, and we'll be back as soon as we can.
There's more to this story. First of all,
good God, man.
It is very the town elders in Footloose are mad.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Relax.
Hey, in Texas, it's illegal to own more than 6 of these devices. Did you know that?
So there's
I love that they decided 6.
There's a 6 dildo limit in Texas. This is going to cause people to go across the border, Josh.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a news story next week about. They're smuggling in dildos. You know
what else they smuggling, Tom?
Well, the problem is they're taking all of our dildo manufacturers' jobs. You know, we got people in Abilene working at lathes all day long. Now foreigners are making all of our dildos. Why are they worried about this? I mean, this is going to be like...
It's pretty uptight.
Is this going to be like you're going to have... like teenagers, what is the loitering in front of a sex shop?
Yeah.
Is it like at a liquor store? Hey, mister, can you buy me some beers? Psst, mister, can you buy me a vibrating dildo?
The answer is simple. They've already made that law for porn. If you go to a sex store site, it can get pretty explicit.
Yeah.
So they're just throwing it in there, but very uptight.
Is there such a thing as a Texas dildo?
Oh, everything's bigger in Texas.
I mean, I'm just asking. If you go to a dildo, dildo store, to the armadillo, it's got like a special sheathing of armor on it.
You know, these people should be 4 dildos. Well, I say 7. Well, maybe 5.
Well, hey, can we meet in the middle?
6 it is. All right, that sounds good to me, Senator.
Very reasonable.
Wow, let's do it.
And we crossed party lines.
And what about the pocket?
So, Christy.
Yes.
Do you? Well, let me rephrase this.
Are you legal in Texas?
Yes, there. Thank you,
I am legal in Texas.
Miss Hooker. You don't have to answer this question.
Yeah, I'm legal in Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fewer than 6.
6 is too many.
Most
Why
women
do you need more than
find
6?
the one that does the trick and stick with it.
Exactly.
Now, I have a technical question.
Yeah.
The so-called beads.
Yeah.
Why are you censoring yourself now and not saying anal?
Go on.
Is it per bead? Can you have more than 6, or is each strand count as 1?
I hope it was all discussed.
Yeah, this is again. You know, there's some lawyer that comes on. Well,
have you been
always wanted to move?
Wrongly incarcerated for having too many anal beads?
Always wanted to move to Austin. Heard it was a really hip town. I spent my day at the law firm describing anal beads for some judge. Come on. That's insane. What a waste of time. God, who's in favor of this? Who cares? Oh, God.
We've got to start writing these dates down when you do stuff like that.
No, it's such a waste of everybody's time.
Remember March 31st, 2025, when Tom said, dildos and just said it like it was good morning.
Yeah, you really did.
As loud and clear as
sorry. I guess got caught up in the moment.
That's what it looked like.
Once again, we are currently in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios, and thank you for joining us.
Presently, we'll be leaving.
Back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
everybody. We're at the Indiana State Fair at the Dairy Bar, my favorite stop, my first stop here today, because we had to get some delicious shakes. While I was waiting for Josh to get here, I noticed that I probably am skewing the median age. On an off day at the fair in the middle of the week, it's either 80 or 5.
Yeah. Either way, there are a lot of strollers. And we're eating some milkshake. Christy got the chocolate. I got the vanilla. Should we do that thing where we do the flavor kiss, and get a mix?
Oh, what do you mean? I thought you were going to do like we were married and do this.
Oh yeah. I'm now going to sell this spoon on eBay to the creepiest listener because this was in Christy's mouth.
That is
so.
Okay, so Josh, we're about to walk into the Midway at the Indiana State Fair, and I know we should probably ride a ride together.
I want to ride the Crazy Mouse. I want to ride the log flume.
No, I can't ride those.
Why not? Are you afraid?
Yeah. The only thing I like is the Ferris wheel.
No, that's the only thing I'm terrified of. We're not riding the Ferris wheel.
We gotta ride the Ferris wheel.
You're never going to get me on that.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh.
I genuinely do not like this. Oh my God, you hear it?
Fine.
Oh, we're stopped. We are stopped.
Look at this lovely view. We can see the Coliseum.
Oh man.
You can see the track where they, have some racing. And
I'm sure.
You can see the Midway. What a beautiful.
I can see downtown.
You can see downtown. That's right.
Oh, I can't take it. I don't know. I mean, there might be one way to relax a little bit.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm not here to make you feel better. I'm just grateful that you decided to ride this with me. I don't know, maybe we're stuck up here. We haven't seen the roof for a while. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Oh, I hate the way it moves. I can't take it. I feel like we are going down.
We are. See? Now we're going back up. Very nice.
Oh! We are swaying far too much.
We are not swaying, Josh.
Ooh.
We are not. All right. Oh, we're done.
Oh, damn it.
Josh, I'm really sorry. I had no idea that really would get to you like that. You know what I'll do? Since you did that for me, I'm going to ride one of your rides. Oh, you really like that, didn't I? Maybe I shouldn't do that. No, I don't really want. I'm backtracking. No, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean it. Since you've never been here before, Josh, we're on the shuttle.
Yeah.
This is the, powered by a tractor. If you're really into tractors and you've never been to the state fair, since I have to leave soon, you ought to go to Pioneer Village because there's a great John Deere exhibit.
Okay.
Also on the other side, the FFA has a wonderful little barn, and they've got little goats and little sheep and these really cool Indian cattle or something. And you can feed them carrots, and they're just adorable. There's also the Department of Natural Resources. You can see some pretty interesting things.
Oh, I'm going to see all of it.
And don't forget, you've got all these wonderful food vendors that we haven't even hit on. I mean, what do we get? Pork chop?
I'm not too worried about that. I think I'm going to stick with. I'm going to stick with most of the
We pretty much ate a lot.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with the things I can see.
Hi, Christy Lee here. How would you like to go on vacation with me? No, seriously. Join me September 28th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Paulette. We'll travel through the charming countryside and also experience the historic cities of London and Edinburgh. Experience the best of Britain's rolling countryside and bustling cities rich in history and culture. We'll see the iconic landmarks of London. Visit the storybook villages of Oxford, Chester, and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon. We'll behold regal jewels of Edinburgh's castle and visit the medieval walls of York. This and so much more. The best part? Paulette makes travel easy, including flights, meals, hotels, sightseeing, and local experiences. It's all planned for you. You can just sit back and have the time of your life. Don't miss your chance to see Britain with me. This is going to be a great group and an amazing trip. I already know we're going to have so much fun. Call Colette at 800-581-8942 or visit bobandtom.com to learn more. Don't miss out. Call Colette at 800-581-8942.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show at the Silac Insurance News Desk. It's Christy Lee.
Howdy.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
There's Jess Hooker.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold. Hey, Chick. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I'm Chick McGee, and is there any more satisfying sound than this, Tom? Throwing the old bat on the ground.
Dropping the bat after you've launched one.
The old trick.
Yeah, that's going over the fence, and then you drop the bat.
Now, you got to be a gentleman about it. Don't flip that bat too far.
Still
really?
say
There's a
Juan Bautista, the best bat flip in the history of Major League Baseball. When he hit that home run for the Blue Jays.
Unspoken rules, yes, Chris.
Oh, I had no idea.
You don't want to show anybody up. Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Bats in the news in a big way today. Once again.
Never paid attention to the bat flip.
You don't flip. You don't go slow around the bases. You don't go too fast. You don't want to show anybody up.
It's kind of sexy how a guy, discards his bat after the hit,
Yeah,
How
sure.
smooth it is.
Super
yeah.
cool.
Did you ever a guy ask you to choke up?
Oh, my God. Hey, she said, changing the subject.
You're on attention.
Oh, that's right. I'm on double secret probation. I'm sorry.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the Bob and Tom Show is experiencing technical difficulties with Dirty Mouth Tom.
Him's a bad boy.
You're going to wash your mouth out with soap.
I just find it humorous that the state of Texas has a limit on the number of dildos you can legally possess.
Not just dildos, right, Tom?
And also,
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, in North Carolina. Go ahead.
do they have like a? Boy, there's a TV show, huh? Some squad in Texas going door to door counting the sex toys.
Hi, we're just here. Thank you, man, for answering the door. We're just here to catch your dildos and your male equivalents.
You've been harassing me for years.
It's a very special episode tonight on Twat. It's like
that would be the name.
It's,
Oh my gosh,
it's Texas.
I got it again?
I got it again. Well, see, that'd be the Texas.
Yes.
I have a mortgage.
See,
What's wrong with you?
See, you got the SWAT team, and this would be in Texas.
I like everything that's happening.
I bought my house with cash.
All he's doing is he's handing us multiple get out of jail free cards.
God.
Sorry.
Don't do as I do as I say.
What does SWAT stands for? What is it, like secret weapons and tactics?
I don't know.
I don't think it's
it's
secret.
special,
I think
isn't
it's
it? Special.
Special weapons and tactics, and this is
tactics.
tactics.
You know what?
No more coffee for you.
I've said this a couple times. Maybe you'll hear me now. Maybe radio's not for you.
I told you I can't think and talk
Your
at the same
family's
time.
not allowed to go on vacation anymore. You're too
Now,
invested.
so it would be the Texas Weapons and Tactics team.
Okay.
You see, they'd be going door to door. Never mind.
Say that.
Again, how ridiculous is it that they have a limit of the number of dildos you can have? Oh, God. I mean, if it's 6 in Texas, what is it in Utah? 1?
Oh, probably none. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So what do you have over there, Christy?
Well, North Carolina man took a unique approach to getting rid of a black bear on his property. Videos captured in Asheville show the resident donning a brown bear costume, growling at the wild animal on his property on multiple occasions. Each time, the black bear eventually runs off at the sight of the man in the grizzly bear suit.
You don't have to do that. You can just walk out there with a couple pans and bang them, and the black bear will leave.
Hopefully.
Again, yeah. The problem I have with this is, what if you've got a black bear that didn't read the manual? And he goes, "Hey, look, that guy smells like my lunch."
They always say with black bears, act big and make a bunch of noise.
Yeah, but they always say that the guy that could attest to the fallacy of that was eaten by a black bear.
The grizzlies are the ones you got to look out for. The grizzly bears
I can't even imagine. Can you imagine?
No.
If you were walking in the woods and you heard like a whoof, and you turned around and there was a grizzly.
You're done. You're done.
But don't they say that polar bears are even more dangerous?
Yeah, because they'll hunt, they'll follow you
because there's nothing else to eat.
Right.
Well, and they're irritable from being cold.
Sure. Yeah.
You know how pissed you
That's
get
the whole
being
thing.
cold.
Maybe they just want your coat.
Yes.
I mean,
you should never hike alone in grizzly country.
I won't eat you for your hide if you just give me your hide.
Is that a Bogner? Sorry. I'd like to hear from an animal person if this is really the smart move.
Yes.
Well, of course
Will
it's not a smart
animal
move.
person call
someone who's aware.
Unnecessary.
No.
I just think it could go very, very. What if you're out there in your bear costume and you see the black bear, then you see little bear cubs?
Oh.
You're toast, right?
I will.
Yeah. That's always been my thing. I'd be
Hang on. It's okay.
and words.
We're all in this together.
Thank you. I'd be more afraid of seeing a cub than I would the mama, because you see the cub, you know mama's not far, you just can't see her.
And you want to go pet the cub.
Well, that's the thing Christy and I have. We just want to go hug bears.
Play with them. And,
Well, it can be, if it's on your list, your bucket list, because the bucket's coming right behind you.
We'll be kicking it in no time. Christy and I can't hike together.
Bears smell horribly, right?
Yeah, they say you can smell them from far away.
yeah.
But my question is this person doing this because it works or because he wants the viral video?
I think the latter.
Probably.
And I'd like, there's probably no one that has an accurate list of people that died or were mauled trying to do some stupid video.
There's probably a whole.
You always hear about I'm going to stand in front of the train and boom. That last selfie was really great.
I was just reading about this morning. It's really weird. This guy has a book about horrible grizzly bear attacks, and the number one thing he says is you should never, ever, ever hike alone, especially when it's this time of year and the bears are coming out of hibernation. Guess what they are? Hungry.
Alone.
Yeah.
Boy, I bet you are hungry after hibernation.
You are. Couldn't you?
Have you seen that video that was going around with the bear waking up from hibernation, and it looked like a person with his hair all messed up? It was hilarious.
That's funny.
Where am I?
What the hell, man?
Have you seen the documentary about the guy that was living with the bears? Was that in Alaska
Grizzly
or Canada?
Man?
Yeah.
And he got eaten by a bear.
Well,
that was nominated for an Oscar, wasn't it?
It's a good documentary.
I mean, at first he's walking around with them all the time. Then
playing with them.
They love me.
Yeah, well.
Then there's a rather gruesome the audio of him getting eaten by.
What happened that made him actually get eaten by the bear? Do we know?
Nothing.
Bears got
one of the bears didn't read the manual.
Yeah. And a bear that he was very familiar with.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It just remembered it was a bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hadn't had lunch.
Now, Christy, this next one, it's okay to read the headline, but it deserves.
Listen to somebody. He's directing you about what words to say.
What story are we doing next?
The one about the birds.
Let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the fake
and the thing called
Now, give her some room here because she's gonna have. There's a little.
I don't want to lose my job.
Don't lose your job. It's a legitimate news headline.
Lose my job.
Too much light at night disturbs great tits. We'll have the story coming up.
Okay.
That's
great. What?
Tits.
That's the name of a bird.
Name of a bird. Great tit.
The great tit.
The great tit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Like a titmouse.
Yep.
Or...
Right.
It's the name of a bird. Don't look at me like that. I didn't name it.
Well,
but you want to giggle about it.
You ever seen a great pair with feathers?
How's this going to look in cold, hard tire?
It's going to look like a legitimate story out of the news.
With the state seal hanging on the wall. How's it going to look there?
It comes right. Yeah.
Well, it's time now to check in with Josh because it's time now to talk about our friends at OrangeInsoles.com.
Yes, I was talking with the folks at Orange Insoles, and I said, guys, you're missing out on half the market here. Orange outsoles. And I said, you're only capturing 50%. Some people want them on the outside of their shoes.
No.
And they explained to me
silly.
they often fall off.
That's right.
They go, hey, look, we know what we're doing. Just read. Okay, if you have back pain, hip pain, or knee pain, it affects your daily routine. I know what kind of support you currently have in your shoes because you're always complaining about not feeling right. Well, that support is weak. It's a floppy little thin liner, does nothing really. Tissue. It's like a tissue. OrangeInsoles.com is the place to go. They offer arch support and a deep heel cup that work better in your shoes to help support your body, giving you better alignment and alleviating some of that discomfort you have, if not all of it. Find the right fit for you in whatever shoe you wear with the insole quiz at OrangeInsoles.com. You tell them what shoes you wear, work boots, sneakers, dress shoes, running shoes, whatever, and you tell them your size. By the way, these come true to size right to you. There's no cutting required when you get them, and they carry sizes 15 plus. Go to OrangeInsoles.com today for free shipping. Plus, Orange Insoles come with a 60-day We Want You to Be Happy guarantee. That's 2 months. You try them out, and I think you're really going to find that you love them. And that's OrangeInsoles.com. Feel better. Do more.
Thank you very much, Orange Insoles. And don't forget, we've got a special thing going on with Orange Insoles. I'll tell you about it in just a few minutes. And we are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Greatness isn't given. It's earned. It starts from the ground up with every step, every move, every moment. Because when the game is on the line, you need the best. The new Sport Athletic Performance insole from Orange Insoles. Stability, support, dominance. Orange Insoles, because greatness starts from the ground up, even when you're sitting down.
Canada is just one big bleh. I don't know. I know where Windsor is, and
the home of
the Windsor Ballet, the strip club. Mm-hmm. Why are you doing this to me?
Yeah.
Shut up.
I'm telling you.
And Paul Schaefer's from Thunder Bay. That's
trying to give your story something of a spine so that we can understand what's happening.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks, Tom.
No, you're saying.
Thanks, everybody. I don't know what happened to Jay. Well, you were acting like a puppet master and putting words in his mouth every. Oh, would that upset him? Yeah, I think it probably.
Well, see, because this gets to my fundamental beef about naming teams. Why are they called the Los Angeles Lakers?
Because they were the Minneapolis Lakers and they didn't change the name. Grow up, read a book.
No, so were you assuming that the Edmonton Oilers used to be in Houston?
It's a fair question, Chick. We don't know.
I'm sorry. I missed your question.
You were asking why they were called the Edmonton Oilers. Was there oil there?
American students are woefully undertaught about Canada.
Yeah.
We should know a little bit more about it.
Certainly are. It should be one big country. Why can't we annex Canada?
It's real close, I hear.
Northern.
It's real close, yeah.
Northern America.
Yeah, you hear all about Mexico almost daily. Nothing about Canada.
You know the weird thing about Canada? Michigan touches Canada.
Yeah.
What? Also Wisconsin. Also Washington and Maine, I guess. Figure it out. Let's get one state, one border.
But as far as I know, that's it. No other states touch Canada. That's all
what you're saying is that's where we're building
I'm
a wall.
not saying anything to you.
I'm
not speaking to you.
You're saying we're building a wall.
Shut your mouth. Talk to Josh. Get off my ass. Not today.
Get off his
It's not today.
Take your pick.
Where we lose chick, 601.
Oh, fake anger? Oh, no. Oh, no.
Fake today.
Coming up.
This is real as the heart attack I'm planning.
And then you did what? To who? And what was his name?
Hey,
Was
look.
he left-handed? Yes.
I have a
I'm just
question.
trying to give your story some spine.
Can I have your little car?
Why don't you shut up?
You still have payments on that, or can I just take it outright?
That's a valid question.
Do I have to take over the payments on the little one?
No, you can't get me back. You can't get me back. It's over.
I don't want your back. I want your car.
It's over. You can't get. Why would I give you my car if I hate you? Why?
I think there are a lot.
Why?
A lot of people who've gotten divorced that have given away some really nice cars.
Fired up already, didn't you?
Oh God, I got the papers.
After I bent over backwards to put you on the poster. Oh no!
Oh my God.
Let me tell you something. This is a radio show. Every now and then we're on YouTube, or all the time we're on
Well,
YouTube. I don't know how it works. Something about zeros and ones. I don't know.
Sure.
If you spent 1/10 of the time, this is serious. If you spent 1/10 of the time you do making posters, we would be on whatever. Everybody would have to listen to us. It would be a government mandate. That's the kind of
North Korea?
crap we have to put up with because of your stupid effing posters.
No, I can have it redone without
Well,
you in
he's
it.
very. I would love to see that.
I can get that done.
Please.
That's one click.
I bet you can't without hearing the history of the trumpet. I bet you can't do that. But you go ahead.
Our art director plays the trumpet. It's a very nice poster, and you'll be able to see it if you're joining us in Iowa coming up.
Yes, it's a poster.
Osceola, Iowa.
Oh, you're gonna do the radio show or anything? You're gonna have fun? You're gonna laugh? Well, yeah. But there's a poster.
He slaves over them.
There's a poster.
We'll be signing it for,
Pat, there's a poster.
I know,
for
it's
our
perfect,
fans.
too.
I'll stand over Chick's shoulder when he signs
It's
it.
like
CHICK.
It's like a playing card. Can we make them any smaller? I don't know. Wow. I got this poster. We'll move an actual poster. Oh, there it is behind it. Okay.
The larger ones are being printed today.
Sure they are. Sure they are.
Chick, well
On
done.
unborn panda pelts? Is that what you're making them out of, right? What is wrong with you?
Nothing. I'm doing just fine.
Yes,
Stand out. Don't look at me.
You're not in the poster, Christy, because you're not going to be
I
there.
can't be there, sadly.
Where are we going to be? We're going to be at Osceola, Iowa, coming up Friday morning.
Don't forget your poster.
Oh, now Tom's going to get really mad.
No, no,
That's never happened before in my life.
I have time to. I really get. I do have time to remove Chick from the poster.
Well, do, please. Please.
Then you wouldn't have to sit there and sign them for the next 2 hours.
Oh, yeah, there's probably going to be 10,000 posters at the last minute because, we had to have a trumpet solo. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. That's right. It's pretzel nugget time.
Sounds like it. You're eating a roast chicken over there.
That's not funny, Pat.
Everybody else left.
This never happens on ESPN.
Christy Lee, Josh Arnold.
We now cut to Chris
Jess
Berman eating a
Hooker.
hot dog.
Say my name.
You know, that may have happened.
Hello, Tom.
Godwin, I'll say your name.
Very good. I'll do the roundabout here. We got.
Here we
We
go.
just did it.
Get comfortable.
Yeah, but it is just with a mouthful of food.
Get comfortable. Tom doing the intros. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, well, we have.
And if you happen to be on the phone waiting for us, go ahead and hang up.
Well,
call
we
you.
have a Zoom call, don't we?
We're going to talk with one of my favorite comedians, Greg Warren's
Nate
joining us.
Bargatze. Oh,
There he is.
Greg Warren's The Warren Report, brought to you by Champion Windows. Visit championsavenow.com.
Hey, Greg, when does the album come? I mean, the new TV special going to be out?
May 16th, Tom. Thanks
All
for
right.
asking.
My birthday.
Do we have a title yet?
We don't have an official title, but it seems like the champ is the lead.
I like that very much.
How about Greg Warren? It's Josh's birthday.
Ah,
That works better.
happy
It's
birthday,
got a
Bob.
nice ring to it, Josh.
Yeah, man. I'd
It
appreciate
feels like you're trying to sort of piggyback on my special to promote yourself.
How about calling it Greg Warren Presents Led Zeppelin 4?
That's good.
I've been piggybacking off of you for quite a while, Greg. Why not?
I saw Greg recently, live and in person. It was great.
Down to making out, put inside 2 of Led Zeppelin.
Oh, that's right. Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, you know that's the wrong album they're referring to.
Yeah, I know.
Cashmere's not on that album.
Thank you very much. Greg Warren's a very fine stand-up comedian.
Boring moment brought to you by Tom.
I'm trying to plug your future show, Greg, but I
already did.
Can't squeeze it in. Okay. Perhaps maybe I can.
May 16th.
Yeah. Okay, very good. Now, the Greg likes to do the so-called deep dive, if you will, into a variety of topics. And today, I'm sure we have some kind of a surprise. What are you looking into?
Looking into Pez candy.
Oh,
Tom.
I just bought like a 16-pack online.
You know, you can keep it. You can keep it. I'm not.
You don't care for the Pez candy.
I'm with you.
I'm with you too.
Yeah,
Nobody
I like
likes
the
them,
whole
do
thing
they?
behind it.
But the dispensers are great.
You bought
exactly.
16?
It's not so much about the candy, Josh.
Yeah, but why not make the candy quality?
You know, they have different flavored candies, I believe, including chocolate, I think.
What?
I wasn't aware of the chocolate, and I spent a lot of time looking at it.
We'll get our fact checker on that. I just bought a bunch of. One of my little girls loves the Pez thing, so I went online and I found you can buy. I mean, there are so many of them. Greg's going to enlighten us.
I have a girlfriend that has a whole
house. It's a little misleading, though, for these kids, don't you think? I mean, I have a friend, John Drexler. He's got a very big head, and
Does it go back it goes back like a Pez dispenser?
Yeah, my nephews think that it's going to cock back and have candy spit out his neck because he's got such a big head.
Wow!
But
we lunched with him in Columbia, Missouri once.
That was another one of my friends.
No, it was John Drexler. I'll never forget old Drexy.
Once again, we're fact-free today.
Hey, did anybody else hear Christy's sad tale that one of her friends...
It's not sad. She's got the most amazing
Pez full of Pez dispensers.
Pez collections ever.
Fun.
You know her.
They're cool. They're fun.
They're very cool.
I remember when I was a kid, it was so special. All of a sudden, I've got a Pez. Oh my God, it was so special.
Where'd you get that?
It was fun.
Well, great teachers.
The name Pez comes from the German spelling of peppermint, which is Pfefferminz. They took the P at the beginning, the E in the middle, and the Z at the end. 1927, Edward Haas III. His family was in the baking business.
Wasn't there a movie where they said he chopped off his head like a Pez dispenser?
Oh my!
I'm not familiar.
Oh, maybe that was OJ. Sorry, back to you, Greg.
Oh my gosh!
You know, as my father would say, damn good and well that it was OJ.
Yeah. Peppermint flavored products were usually made boiling ingredients, which wasted a lot of peppermint flavoring because it evaporated during the heating process. And peppermint was very expensive back then. So Haas and his people developed a tablet manufacturing process that's cold. There are thousands of pounds of force on those little peppermint bricks to make. It's like diamonds, guys.
Wow.
To make these things. Yeah. Haas was a guy that was against smoking.
Okay.
And that's why Pez were created. Originally was anti-smoking mint, even back in the 20s.
Like an early Nicorette.
It was an early Nicorette.
But without the nicotine, it was just about having the oral
in your mouth.
The oral pleasure.
And originally the packaging did not have the heads on the top of it. It was just a square dispenser meant to look like a lighter. A cigarette lighter.
No kidding.
Yeah, and the way they did, how they kind of pop out of there, that was sort of for sanitary purposes. They didn't want somebody with dirty hands when you're sharing a mint with them. You can use one hand when you're driving or something like that, or if you have dirty hands, you can just sort of shoot that mint right into your mouth.
Very smart.
That's the same reason a friend of mine used to open his cigarettes from the bottom.
God, here we go.
Oh, yeah?
He didn't want to get certain juices on the filter.
Juices.
You might as well say, you said it earlier.
Yeah.
Greg, if you knew the full details of that story, you would simply hang up.
It's an erroneous story. It doesn't make any
I've
sense.
been on this show quite a few times.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually
good.
That's actually fascinating. that they had the forethought to have it so that you wouldn't be touching.
Yeah.
Like, for example, if like Christy comes over here, sometimes she goes, "Do you have one of those toothpick things that I have? What are those called?"
Floss stick.
Floss sticks. Yeah, and I was sure, but I'm not going to put my hands on it and then hand it to her. I do that flick like with a cigarette pack.
I can talk to the Haas family, see if they can design something for you guys on that.
You have an
Can you get your own Pez dispenser?
That's got to be something that can happen.
No?
Christy, you can't. It's they only do a few real people. It's mostly cartoons and stuff like that. There's a few real people, and it's hard. It's very hard. They deny requests all the time.
Oh,
Well, I mean, wouldn't that be great instead of bobblehead night?
Yes. Yeah. Pez night.
You do Pez night. You can get Christy
Paul
Lee.
Revere, Kiss. Which, I mean,
of course,
they're like cartoons, anyways. Kiss is Daniel Boone, who was a larger than life. Betsy Ross got her own.
Really?
Yeah, guys, I wouldn't be able to pick Betsy Ross out of a lineup. Unless she had the sewing equipment with her, I wouldn't be able to.
She had to be making a flag, right?
Yeah, if there was some sort of sewing equipment, I'd be like, oh, that's Betsy Ross. But without the sewing equipment, I'd be like, I think that's that old lady that owns Tweety Bird.
By the way, Greg, you can get a 4-piece Kiss Pez dispensers between $60 and $40 online right now. And they
Josh, was he just Googling stuff?
Yeah, he's not paying attention.
No, I just want you to know that they're still out there, Christy. This is the perfect thing we can get for Ace. We should explain. Ace broke his leg, and he's laid up right now.
Texted him. Yeah,
we need to maybe do something to cheer him up. I think Pez dispensers.
That would be a good thing for him. Yeah, that
He
would.
probably owns them, sadly.
There is a chance he does have them.
Yeah.
We'll have to find out.
So they brought the Pez dispensers, well, Pez, the candy, over to the U.S. in 1953 as a smoking cessation product. Or no, this was in the 20s, I'm sorry. And, of course, Americans in the 20s, no, it was the 50s. Sorry, guys, I'm all over the place.
No, it's okay.
In the 50s. Of course, in the 50s, the Americans were like, you can keep your smoking abatement product. We go put it on the shelf over there with the sunblock and the
the helmets,
belts, and the drunk driving pamphlets.
Yeah.
Our doctors smoke, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Why would we stop?
Tough it out.
So that's when Haas decided to sort of refocus on children. And
the cigarette companies did the same thing.
Hi, Joe Camel. Isn't he fun? Talk to Fred Flintstone. He smokes Winston's.
Because Winston tastes good.
Right, Bar?
Cigarette should.
Right.
Hey, Fred, I opened my pack from the bottom.
That's because you know what?
Yeah, I tell you what, Betty's got a stench.
Those juices on you.
Didn't think you'd be here in Betty's got a stench, did you?
No.
What about her flaps?
They be a stinking.
Yeah, they are.
Not to mention itching.
Anywho.
So they focus on the kids, and the original Pez dispensers, were like full-bodied. They didn't just have the head. I think Santa Claus was one of the first ones.
Like it had arms and legs?
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, it was, a little bit weird looking. The first box head that we know was a witch in 1957 around Halloween. Huh. And then they hit it big with Popeye right after that.
Yeah, it's a good licensing play.
Hey, but by the way, if you're just joining us here in the Bob and Tom Show, we are coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Our special guest is Greg Warren. Today we are reviewing the history of the Pez dispenser. This is very exciting. Tell me more, Greg.
Tom, what do you think the tallest Pez dispenser is?
Tallest?
Is it animal related or is it related?
Oh.
Is it like a basketball
player? It
player?
makes sense once you hear it.
I'm going to say Lincoln.
I'm going to say giraffe.
Yeah.
You guys are close. Marge Simpson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because of the hair.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. 5 1/8 inch. It's a bigger one. The Pez, they make the candy in Orange, Connecticut. That's the only place where they make the candy. They make the dispensers, I think, in China and Slovenia. But the only place they make the candy is in Orange, and you can go visit the Pez Visitor Center in Orange, Connecticut.
Really?
TripAdvisor. I took a look at this, guys. I try to do some, deep dives. It says it's the #1 thing to do in Orange, Connecticut.
#1.
The Pez Visitor Center. Number 7 is the local Target store.
Okay.
Well, Target's only 7.
That beat out Montana Knights axe throwing, which is down at 13.
Well, to be fair, though, you could throw an axe in Target. I would.
Yeah.
Greg, do you
chick? It's not Walmart. You can't throw axes.
Well, maybe not.
Do you like the Pez candy, Greg?
I'm with these guys. I take it or leave it. I'm not as negative as they are.
I'm not going to slap it out of somebody's hand.
Are there multiple flavors now?
Yes.
There were. It seemed like when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Your grapes.
They switched over to the fruit flavors as well. I don't know. Back in the day when they were the smoking cessation product, their big advertisement is they had a lot of like racy pinup girls on posters.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah, so if you ever like, I'm a dog, I'm dating the Pez girl. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
didn't mean somebody with a big head that had candy shooting out of her mouth.
Oh, no,
it's hot.
She was hot.
There was nothing shooting out of her neck.
If you call her big head candy, she's going to be very popular.
Hey, big boy, suck on this.
They've got to open up the personalized Pez like they do the bobbleheads. Only a Pez.
Exactly.
There must be an issue. Money on the table.
They don't do it, chick.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the Kardashians wanted it, and they said no.
Well, if they can't get it done,
but I would
Prince
think
William and Kate Middleton have it. One Elvis, Marilyn Monroe, but again, they're almost like
icons.
Yeah, they're icons, man. You can't just get it. I mean, I don't know. I see what you're angling for here, chick. It's not going to happen.
But I would think maybe instead of bobblehead night, if you could do Pez night, I wonder if it would be a problem. They'd be concerned about someone choking on the candy and getting sued.
Well, they did have a Mr. Potato Head Pez dispenser that had little face pieces, and they got rid of that quick because the plastic pieces were a choking hazard.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Well, if you're a child and can't play with a Pez without choking on a piece, maybe.
Well,
maybe
that's just God's way of sorting it out.
That's right.
No, they
don't stick it in your mouth, there, Claude. Come on. This kid's named Claude in my scenario.
Now the Kardashian Pez that they proposed, did it have a big head or just a big ass?
That is a fair question.
Hey, why have they done that with the behind? Why don't they bend it over and it's a butt sticking up in the air and the Pez comes out of it?
They did add feet at one point. So
I remember this. Yeah, you could stand them up. Yeah.
If you don't have feet, that's a good chance it's a valuable one because it's old.
Wow.
Yeah. Have you guys heard about this? There's a documentary on Netflix. I didn't have a chance to watch it about the Pez Outlaw.
No. Why was it outlawed?
Yeah. Apparently, this guy, Steve Glew, Glew, was smuggling rare Eastern European Pez dispensers into the U.S.
Oh, outlaw like
about
bandits.
$4 million.
I see. Okay. Interesting.
And Pez did not like it at all, especially the guy that runs Pez over there, Scott McWhinney. Josh, what do they call him?
I'm going to say the poo.
Nope.
Oh,
the Prez, the Pez Prez.
Try it again, Jess.
I have nothing. The champ.
They call him the President.
The president.
Right there.
Yep.
Mr. President. And once you're the president, you're always referred to as Mr. President, right?
I think so, yeah.
And you get Secret Service.
You get a Secret Service detail, but it's just those candy things.
Yeah.
Does he have to wear a fez? I love the fez.
But the Fezident does.
The Fezident? Okay.
He's constantly quoted, says.
I think that's, and he rides around in a very small car.
Well, thank you. Greg, this was fascinating. I'm a big Pez fan, and I think we, perhaps to celebrate your new TV show when it comes out, we should maybe pass around some Pez here. And
I'd like that.
We'll get some for everybody.
I'd try to come see you.
Are you going to come see us when it comes out so we can?
Yeah, I'd like to.
Okay, good. Yeah. Well, we'll certainly look forward to that. Greg Warren is a wonderful stand-up comedian and a nice person too, an Ice-T fan. And are you doing connections from the New York Times every day?
Man, it's so funny. I had a horrible, delayed flight yesterday, and I got done with most of the crosswords I want to do, and I tried connections for the first time in a while. It's a difficult game.
So you had a delayed flight, and then you missed your connections?
Oh.
I mean, it was right there.
Yeah, it was right there. I think we all passed on it.
No, thank you.
I'm the only one that thought of it.
I'm asking because Chick and I were struggling with their use of the word boogeyman spelled B-O-G-E-Y. Then we were.
I played that same one, and I got it.
Apparently, I got it. And I thought they were wrong. Josh has pointed out apparently the original Boogeyman was spelled with one O.
Yes, yeah, for sure, and still is.
And I was thinking the same way. That was a very, very difficult connections.
And we have a Boogeyman in the news. Do you have any gigs you want to plug coming up? I'm sorry, I forgot to ask, Greg.
Nah, I'm going to Europe with Nate.
Nate Bargatze.
Leaving on Friday. We're going to Europe for 2 weeks.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Like Epcot or actual Europe?
Oslo and
there are people who like Epcot's Europe better than the real Europe.
Is that right?
You can get it done quickly.
Well, xenophobes.
And you save a lot of money going down to Epcot, probably.
Okay. Well, thanks, Greg. It's always appreciated. Very funny. Right now, I want to remind you that we had a lot of fun thanks to our friends at Field of Dreams Whiskey. Mm-hmm. Just around the corner, of course, down the road a piece. It's Father's Day, but you want to act now while these are still available. The Field of Dreams, folks, that special edition bourbon is now available.
Well, that Drew Storen is boring, isn't it?
Such a nice guy. The bourbon is crafted from corn from the most famous cornfield in the world, the Field of Dreams field in Iowa. And this is crafted with precision, as they say. And find out more information by going to drinkfieldofdreams.com/Tom. Or look forward to a retailer near you. It can be mailed to certain states, not all of them. But each bottle, there's made one for each man that's ever played Major League Baseball. So find out what I'm talking about. But it's a really cool gift, I think. So if you're thinking about Father's Day a little early, it might be something to grab now for your dad. Shipping not available. Here's a quick roster of states where you can't have it mailed to you. Alabama, Alaska, Arkansas, Delaware, Idaho, Kentucky. I've been everywhere, man. Michigan, Mississippi, South Dakota, Tennessee, Utah, and Vermont. Of course, you've got to be 21 or over. Please drink responsibly. Field of Dreams Whiskey. Once again, get all the information at drinkfieldofdreams.com/Tom. Get them while they're still available. Now, coming up, we do have the Boogeyman in the news.
Yeah.
We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, Christy Lee here. How would you like to go on vacation with me? No, seriously. Join me September 28th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Paulette. We'll travel through the charming countryside and also experience the historic cities of London and Edinburgh. Experience the best of Britain's rolling countryside and bustling cities rich in history and culture. We'll see the iconic landmarks of London. Visit the storybook villages of Oxford, Chester, and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon. We'll behold regal jewels of Edinburgh's castle and visit the medieval walls of York. This and so much more. The best part? Colette makes travel easy, including flights, meals, hotels, sightseeing, and local experiences. It's all planned for you. You can just sit back and have the time of your life. Don't miss your chance to see Britain with me. This is going to be a great group and an amazing trip. I already know we're going to have so much fun. Call Colette at 800-581-8942 or visit bobandtom.com to learn more. Don't miss out. Call Colette at 800-581-8942.
I watch, I'm home during the day a lot, and I have a little ritual called watching 8 hours of Law and Order in a row on cable. Because you can.
Yeah.
Law and Order, yes. Law and Order, yes. Law and Order, yes. Charmed, crap, it's over. But I love Law and Order because it's ripped from today's headlines. You know? It takes some news story that's going on. Then they change the names up a little bit. Then they make that the plot for the episode. The thing about Law and Order is, though, every episode has to involve a murder. And even if there's not a murder in the news story they're talking about, they just go ahead and add a murder into what happened.
Okay.
And, which has got to piss off the people in the news story because they're watching. Fred Thompson and Sam Waterston are hashing out the case. Now, Jack, I'm afraid you're going to have a political firestorm on your hands if you insist on prosecuting this as a first-degree murder trial.
Politics is your area, not mine, Arthur. It's my job to convince a jury that the governor of New York was caught with a high-priced call girl and then murdered her.
Elliot Spitzer is sitting home saying, whoa, I didn't murder her, all right? Everyone knows you're talking about me here. You're not fooling anyone with this Elliot Bitzer character.
Yeah.
Right? He should sue Law and Order, which would be an episode of CSI New York. I don't know how jurisdiction works.
Now, Donnie, I know that you're wearing a Christmassy kind of shirt, but this isn't a Christmas song next, is it?
No, this ain't a Christmas tape. This and I want one of them camel toe shirts for Angel Skinners.
Okay.
Because it is a holidays. I'll be seeing her, not by choice, but I will be seeing her. Ain't seen her since her last intervention. I caught her cheating on me again.
Oh, no.
The first time, it's because, this time of year everybody does little sweet whispers, and I was nibbling on her neck and noticed her earlobe smelled like her bare feet. Well, we never did missionary, so I bust her fair and square. But then 2 weeks ago, we get back together, and I thought it was going to be another chance. And I caught her. And this time I have hard evidence because I found tonsil stones.
Really?
In her panties.
Oh, boy.
Not just 3 or 4, chick. I'm talking enough to make a decent trail mix with.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
So I was like, it's been going down on you, John Coffey from the movie Green Mile. I swear to God. Remember when he had them pop rocks?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Nice reference.
I remember, Donnie.
Well, Donnie, so that explains exactly what this song is about.
That's what this tape's about. The first time I met her, when the love was tender and purely platonic, from Donnie Baker and the Pork Pistols.
Oh, my God.
Is he gonna cry?
Well, they couldn't afford air conditioning. So she never had company. Her own man worked for organs, so at least she was bug-free. At the start, sort of changed later. I miss her. I miss how even her air fresheners in the car smell like white rain. I swear to God. Her dad went to work that night now. I'll never forget it. And my pants got real tight. Looked like my zip-eyes were building a beast. She gave a sign for the bedroom. And I knew it was gonna be my night, all right. And then I porked an angel. Right between her 2 wings. Then I parked an angel. Crash. Scanners is her last name. But see, we didn't have no rubbers. Not even a wet nap. I mean, none that I ever seen. But I saved the day. 'Cause I just used her covers like a hoodie. Now she blames me for their static clean. Slow down. Let it simmer, Dusty. Just a whore named Angel. Yeah!
When you become the Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So, for clarity's sake, Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal.
Yeah! More or less. Get it? More or less.
Woo! Party! Oh, okay, let's settle down. Because now, here's where I tell you.
And also, you can win tickets for lots of stuff that way. Set your number one preset to Q95 on the iHeartRadio app. Download it. It is free.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. That's me scratching.
Yeah. Wiki.
While you're scratching, your dust flaps be itching?
Wiki.
Man.
All right.
Welcome back to the show.
Something else
here's
this
Tom.
week.
What are you laughing at?
Why are you laughing?
Go, buddy, go.
Hello. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom program. Just dealing with some stuff here.
Yeah.
He's
dealing with some stuff, Joe.
I've got... it's too boring to explain.
He's complicated. You know that.
Life's complicated.
Of course it is.
Now, we have a story from Christy Lee about the Boogeyman.
The myth of the boogeyman hiding under the bed came true for one Kansas family this week.
I mean, this is terrible.
After a child's complaint led to a man's arrest.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
Yeah. A babysitter said a child that she was watching complained that there was a monster hiding under her bed.
Ugh.
The babysitter found a man hiding under the child's bed after they attempted to show the children there was nothing under there.
What is that guy doing?
She came face to face with a male suspect who was hiding, according to the sheriff's office.
Horrifying.
Deputies arrived at the home just outside the city of Great Bend at 10:30 p.m. Monday after they were called about the disturbance. This was last Monday. After the deputies arrived, the babysitter told deputies that when the man was discovered, there was an altercation. The child was knocked over during the scuffle, and the suspect fled.
Ugh.
Police were able to arrest the man the next day in the same neighborhood, and he's being held on a $500,000 bond.
Good.
God.
Think those kids will be terrified for the rest of their life?
That's tough now.
I mean,
Boy.
when I was a latchkey kid, so every time we would get off the bus and come in the house, we would get the butcher knife and we would check behind all the curtains, behind all the shower curtains, all under the bed to make sure nobody was in the house. Terrified.
Every day?
Every day.
But I mean, think about these kids.
That's when she got home.
I mean,
Tom.
Because you're worried about the monster in the closet, whatever.
Yeah.
This legitimately happened.
Yeah.
Right.
There's some lunatic under the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as the babysitter? That's
Yeah,
terrifying,
exactly. I mean, this is
too.
Halloween.
Yeah.
The movie.
What the hell?
Yeah.
$500,000 bond, not enough.
No.
What a creepazoid.
Hello. Time to get the key and throw it away.
Yeah, I'll say.
And by the way, what also would we determine from this story is that the Boogeyman apparently is Boogey, not Boo.
It's spelled with two O's here.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not. It's Bogey. You're right. I'm sorry.
Well, you know who it probably was? The Boogeyman. That's who it was.
What is the correct spelling of in golf a bogey? Is that an IE or an EY?
I think it's an
B-O-G-E-Y.
I thought, well, maybe it is you. I don't know. I don't.
Okay, anyway.
Pay attention to golf.
It is the Boogeyman. I was always not the Bogeyman.
But they kind of said bogey in like Ireland and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do they call him the Boogeyman because he goes boogie, boogie, boogie? Or
I don't know.
He picks his nose? Or
Yeah, why is it?
Yeah.
We'll have to do a deep dive. I don't know.
Is there a horror film called The Boogeyman?
A couple of them,
There.
yes.
There's a
one
couple-
that's based on a Stephen King short story, and then there's another one about a different boogeyman.
I believe there's a disco song, is there not?
Oh, that is legitimately my favorite disco song.
I'm your boogeyman.
KC and the Boys.
That's what I
Rob Zombie does a cover of it.
Really?
Which makes sense, yeah.
And then is there Boogie Fever?
There is Boogie Fever.
By the Silvers.
And you can ride the boogie, Michael Jackson.
Oh, that's true.
Boogie
The boogie's
fever.
everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't there a boogie children's joke of some sort?
How do you get a Kleenex to dance?
Put a little boogie in it.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I knew there was there.
You have a boogie garden, Tom?
What's that?
That's where you lay in bed and pick your nose and you put it on the wall.
Oh.
That's gross.
What? Oh, I can't be the only one who has a boogie garden.
Oh.
You are?
Oh, my God.
Are you the one that goes into the men's restroom and just flips them on the wall?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I always,
Yeah.
I did. I didn't want to.
Yeah, absolutely.
I did assume it was you, Chick.
Yeah, I knew it was him too.
So does
I assumed it was
him.
Josh.
No,
I would never.
It's
No.
not me. I
It is
don't
you.
do it.
It is you.
Oh, I just thought we got a real confession.
No.
I can't see Chick doing
I'm going to start doing it.
Please
I
don't.
can tell you that.
Who does it?
I don't know because
Because only adults are in here.
And
Yes.
by the way,
Well,
Barely.
alleged adults.
yeah,
by
maybe
the
by
way,
age.
if some of you would like to give me your boogies, I will put them on the wall in the men's room.
I don't
Come
like
on.
any of this.
No.
You don't like boogers?
And it's in a specific spot in the men's room.
Did you have eat boogers in school?
No, I didn't.
Could we move on?
No, I saw it, but I did not do it.
No.
Did you ever see anybody eat boogers, Tom?
Oh, yeah. I don't want to say. I know the guy's name. He's a distinguished college professor.
Is there anyone who went to school with you who
isn't distinguished?
Doesn't?
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a couple dead losers. I mean, it's, you know.
Dead losers. My God.
If you were
what
traumatized by the boogeyman and have trouble sleeping, sleep experts may have the answer for you.
Oh, really?
If you're looking to get a better night's sleep, they suggest wearing socks to bed.
I don't buy this.
Michelle Drepup,
This absolutely
The
works.
guy who wears socks in the lake doesn't get in. You don't buy this.
I wear socks to bed every night.
Here's the thing. This is very
Yes.
primal. I don't know what your story says, but if your feet are warm, that sends a message to your brain that you're safe and you can go to sleep. That's
Dr.
why
Michelle
it does it.
See, I
Drepup.
just hit the nail on the head. I've always worn socks to bed because that way, if the boogeyman reaches up to get you, he pulls the sock away. The same reason I always would, when I was in Harbor Springs skiing on Little Traverse Bay, water skiing, I would always wear socks. So when the gill man came up from the bottom, he would grab my foot. All he'd get was sock, and I'd be able to swim
that
back
is
to the
flawed-
boat.
Flawed thinking.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried peeling off a wet sock? Nearly impossible.
Did I mention that I
Have
was?
you ever grabbed a wet foot? Very slippery.
Yeah. That's
So you would have been better off not wearing socks.
I was 7 at the time.
Well, I would have expected a 7-year-old Tom Griswold to be a little.
Anybody
no,
else
I was an idiot.
Anybody else have a sock full of boogers at home? Anybody?
I don't know why you're so gross.
What's up with the boogers?
You know, I'm just going to go out
Real
to my
gross.
car.
So you're supposed
Is
to wear
it what I
socks.
said? That'd be great.
Do you leave them on or do you take them off?
Well, if you were going to sleep with your socks on, you'd have to leave them
Probably
on.
leave them on,
What a
Tom.
great
unless you
question.
fall.
Yeah.
You weren't just a dumb 7-year-old.
Because if I go to bed with a shirt on,
You're stupid.
if I go to bed with a shirt on, I end up taking it off in the middle of the night on my first trip to
always. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
on my first trip to the urinal.
Do you go like you elbow her and go, honey, it's the gun show.
Shirts
I know
off.
it's 3 in the morning.
On
Let's
your
do
first
this.
trip, how many do you make?
To the
These
to
nipples aren't
bathroom.
going to alligator clip themselves.
Do you do something like?
Wait a minute, you can use alligator clips?
That's what they're called, yeah.
Do you look at her go?
I've been using those wooden laundry things.
Clothespins?
Those clothespins, the kind with the pincher on them, not the ones that just are straight.
He wakes her up at 3 in the morning and goes, "Baby, thirsty."
By wearing socks to bed and warming your feet, you may actually lower your core body temperature and fall asleep faster.
Now, I had heard that this was germy, Christy. Is there anything in there about that?
No, doesn't say anything about germs.
Like it was like bacterial growth and such.
What?
Oh.
If you wear socks all night, there's a chance
Sweaty.
that your feet can't breathe, sweat, fungus. You have fungusy feet.
No, I don't.
There's a fungus among
I
us.
wear-
I'm going to have to put one in my mouth to see.
No, I'm really grossed out.
Okay.
Okay.
please
Well,
choke
thank
me.
you very much. If you are just joining us, stick around because we're going to come right back.
Doesn't the term Gill man, doesn't that sound a little Jewish? Like Sid Gilman.
Oh, no, is
famous coach.
Well, also the famous producer for
Gilman? Oh, yeah. Regis and Kathy Lee.
Regis and Kathy Lee, that always go,
No,
Gilman.
It's Gelman.
That was Gelman.
We have to go. I need to gargle on Christy's toes.
That's it, just socks? No other...
I wear pajamas and socks.
Oh, okay.
You could do the old 3-sock gag, Pat.
Oh, there you go.
3 socks?
Yeah.
One sock on my...
It rhymes?
Yeah, that one might be those low risers you wear in the summer.
Tube. Gold tube socks.
You know, what's the deal with your entire wardrobe? I got a big problem.
Yeah, roll it down, roll it up to where you can see the stripes. They're my soccer.
They're all
What do you call the baseball stirrups? Those.
Oh, yeah.
Stirrups.
You know that there has to be a story about that somewhere in the Major League
You
Baseball.
wear boxers or briefs, Pat?
I'm with boxers now.
Just boxer briefs or boxers?
I wear a bamboo kind of hot boxers. They're tight to the crotch.
boxers?
Hot boxers?
Yeah, you can see
What's
my
that mean?
bulge.
Oh, my
A bamboo? What are you going to get eaten by some marsupial?
You're gonna bang a koala?
All right, whatever you're going to do, we're coming right back. But we are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Even the title, Love Actually, and none of it could actually ever...
I just pulled a muscle. Also been watching Love Actually again. That's the big debate in this room, by the way.
Josh, correct me if I'm wrong, Josh.
Josh hates that movie.
No,
It's
Josh
flawed.
loves it.
It's flawed.
Yes.
It is utter garbage. But it's hard for me to get mad about it. I mean, it makes a lot of people happy.
I think you said I don't care about any of these people.
No one is real in that, and that's the. I could go. I really am thinking about doing like an hour-and-a-half podcast about why it is absolutely so bad and why its thesis is a total lie.
I like the idea of you. I like the idea of you doing that podcast because that'll take 3 or 4 people to put that together, and they won't be on the roads in my way.
It's not a documentary.
Well, here's the problem. It's bookended with real people meeting in an airport.
Right.
And then the thesis is, now I'm going to show you some more examples of real love, and it's the fakest BS you've ever seen. That you can't do that. If they hadn't done that. If the movie, and it's even the title, Love Actually, and none of it could actually ever...
I just pulled a muscle.
I'm so sorry.
We'll be back with more of the Bob and Tom Show.
My fake anger may have just gotten me fired.
I think my ACL just tore. Jason, did I get it in time?
Not even in there.
If you want me to stay, I'll be around today.
What y'all miss this on?
Fresh, I think. I'm not sure. I got enough degrees.
What's the name of that song?
If you want me to stay.
Oh, God.
And you got to say it just like that.
Josh.
It's not fun.
No more Love Actually talk.
I'm so sorry.
You know what? If we watched that together, you would be amazed and possibly disgusted. I can't. This is a true statement, and I might cry. I can't watch it anymore. I can't.
It makes me cry too.
It
makes me too emotional.
Me too.
Makes me so emotional. I can't tell you.
It's very sweet.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes, it's very sweet.
Although I initially did as well had a problem with Hugh Grant dancing around whatever the hell he was dancing around. And I don't care for the Pointer Sisters. Don't care for it. But
yeah, he's playing in one room and all of a sudden he's dancing around the house. You can't hear the music anymore, Prime Minister. What are you dancing to?
So you've got a problem with Housewife sound
Don't you like the old guy, Bill, what is it, Nighy, whatever it is? Singing away, and then
No, not really.
No.
You don't like speakers all throughout the house?
That's never that's not what's happening.
All right.
You don't think 10 Downing has a pretty good speaker system?
It's never established in the movie.
I think one could assume that 10 Downing Street might be the
now keep in mind also
most heavily wired building in all of England.
One of the top 3 foremost authorities on horror movies.
Yes.
And you're
I love a lot of garbage. So do keep that in mind.
That's another chapter title. I got to start writing these chapter titles down. I love a lot of garbage.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
I'm so sorry.
Wow. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, it's Kenny Tarmac.
Kenny.
Hey, Shooter, we just landed.
Where are you?
I'm in ATL, just got in from FAT through MCO. Nothing like a red eye out of Fresno to start a Friday.
Wow.
I know. Hey, Chick, I was going to update you on my fantasy league.
Okay, go, man.
You won't believe who I got going this week. Damn, hang on a second, guys.
Oh, okay.
It's my sister buzzing in on my burner Bluetooth. You've reached the voicemail of Kenneth Tarmac. If this is his burnout sister asking to borrow money she'll never repay him, press 1. Just kidding, sis. What's up, Jimbo? Really? Well, I'm sorry, but well, to be honest, I never liked that damn dog. No, when he humped my J. Crew khakis at Thanksgiving, remember? Well, what does the vet say?
Oh, my gosh.
$6 grand? I'm just saying this dog is just like your Civic. You're upside down in it. You're breaking up. Move closer to a window. How many bras did he eat? Well, Mom told you about smoking your jazz cabbage in that tiny apartment. Sounds like
oh, boy.
Yeah, well, apparently I should have become a vet because that's almost more than I make off commission as a Region 4 sales rep at SmearCorp. No, I'm not bragging. I'm just saying I'm not the one who got divorced, kept the dog, and then got fired from Quiznos. I don't know, Jed. Your dog's too ugly for a GoFundMe. Well, and not to mention, just think about the pitch. Please help save a dog named Keno. Yeah, those are good odds. No, next dog at least go with blackjack or craps. Hang on, Skyhag's coming over. We've already landed. What? It doesn't matter what position my tray table is in. I'm running numbers. Oh, ma'am, are you familiar with the McCurdy Award? I know you're doing your job, but unless you also happen to be a vet or can Venmo 6 G's to my stupid sister, get the hell out of my personal workspace. By the time we're about to have a Code 7, I'll call you for Phoenix.
Boy, he has a lot going on, doesn't he?
Oh, man. Oh, man.
On Saturday afternoon, October 25th. That'll be great. And a handful of tickets remaining for that one, too. We're going to be giving some away right here on this show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Jess Hooker's here.
Hi.
Hello, Josh Arnold.
Hi.
We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Hello, Tom.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. Time to check in with our satellite feed. On the big screen, we have, there he is. I can see him from here.
Good morning.
Listen, he leans into the screen. It's comedian Reno Collier joining us this morning. Reno, before we get to whatever you might have prepared, it's time to catch you off guard and throw something at you. We were reading... people were sending in phrases that their parents may have said to them, may have heard their mom or dad say. Christy had a couple really good ones, very colorful.
Yeah. I was full as a tick, my dad used to say after dinner all the time.
Yeah, the one I liked was his dad would always say, they were at a restaurant, he'd end up eating half their food, and he goes, "It's not like I can still fit in my prom dress." So yeah. I like that. Did you have any? Because you grew up in kind of a colorful household.
I remember my grandfather used to say, "You can lose everything, but don't lose your mind."
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
My mom used to say, "Shut up, dumbass." I think that pretty much sums it up. She's gonna kill me, man.
This guy
should have shut up, dumbass.
Got a letter here from Katie. She writes, "My dad always would say it's hotter than the hubs of hell."
Oh man!
Oh, there are wheels in hell.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
I didn't either. And then it's cold enough to freeze the nipples off a dead witch. That's a variation of
That's really cool.
That's sort of a cleansed version.
Witches and a tin bra. Yeah.
My mom would say, "I will beat you like a redheaded stepchild."
Oh, yeah.
That's a classic.
I heard that one.
Yeah,
I heard that one.
That one happened a lot.
Yeah.
This is from Tanya. Writes, "My mom would get up in the morning, go to the bathroom, look in the mirror, and say, 'God, I look like the running gears of hell.'" I have never heard that one before.
That Hell's Half Acre was one my family used to always say.
Yeah.
I run around like Hell's Half Acre. What is a half acre in hell anyway?
Oh, it's still hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to? Christy never stops being the realtor. Patrick writes, "My dad would always say, 'Why don't you go take a long walk off a short dock?'"
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
"Why don't you go play on the dotted line?" What does that mean?
In the street.
Oh, duh.
People can cross.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Very good. If you've got any good ones, send them to us, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. What is the latest in your life, Reno Collier?
Everything's good, man, except for last night we were in the bathroom, alarms, tornadoes, and all that crap going off.
Oh, sure. Everything okay?
I think so. I haven't been outside yet. I thought I'd do this first and then go look to see if my chair is 3 streets down. But we didn't get a tornado. We just had winds and stuff. It wasn't that bad. But I'm getting ready to. Oh, go ahead.
No. You're in the bathroom.
I said it's the safest place in the house.
Center of the house. He doesn't have a basement.
Oh, okay. All right. Makes sense. I
No
guess.
windows.
Do you have a glass door in the bathroom?
Not that connects to the outside.
Okay, that'd be really cool. Your neighbors would love that.
Oh yeah.
Reno and his wife are showering. Get the porn music.
Good morning, everybody.
I'm sorry. So what were you going to say?
Oh no! And then I'm getting ready to go on the road. The 18th, I'll be with Larry the Cable Guy in Grant, Oklahoma. Then Lake Charles, Louisiana. Then Spartansburg, South Carolina. Wilmington, North Carolina, and Bristol, Tennessee.
All with Larry?
Yeah.
All right. That'll be great.
Yeah, man. It's going to be fun, dude.
And now, does he beat you in golf every time?
You know, I used to beat him like a drum. But the thing that sucks with rich people is his golf coaches that help him are like PGA players. Oh. And I go to Dwayne at Cedar Crest, you know? So it's like he's got some guy Hank Haney that helped Tiger Woods, you know, and my guy's spitting dip spit on my balls. So it's like
your golf balls. Let's be clear.
My golf balls, yeah. I mean, we don't party like that in Murfreesboro, you know what I'm saying? But it's
Alan Jackson wouldn't allow that.
That's right. Yeah. I love you, John. Only 5 people got that.
We both love Alan Jackson.
Oh yeah, but they think we're talking about the singers.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. He beats me now, and I used to beat him like a drum. So I am. I'll tell you this and nobody else, but I'm really working on my swing and trying to get back up because I cannot have him beat me in everything in life. It'd be nice if I could beat him in something.
Yeah, maybe someday maybe something great will happen, and one day he'll open for you at a stadium.
You know, I used to dream about that, and I'm afraid at this point, by looking at my balding head in this, that I may have run out of time.
You think so? I don't think so.
For me to sell out a stadium?
Sure.
Yeah, unless I get one of those Disney operations where I can rifle a football 5,000 miles an hour. I don't think I'm there.
Okay, well,
my career peaked 10 years ago. I'm cool with it. I'm having fun.
I can tell. You never mention it. Yeah.
But maybe I can use one of these old phrases on you here.
Go on. What you got?
Got this nice letter from Billy Jr. He's kind enough to write. He goes, my father would always say, it's better to be seen than viewed. Implying that you're being viewed at a funeral rather than being seen.
Right.
So, Reno, it's better to see you than have to be viewing you.
I love that. Thank you, buddy.
So it's nice to see you.
Did you ever
It's
hear
nice
the-
to see you.
When is the viewing, by the way?
About 6 months.
Okay, just ask.
Another one in our family was, they're going to hell in a handbasket.
I heard that one too.
Yeah.
I like this one. This is also from Billy. If I had a 50-50 chance, I'd be wrong 75% of the time.
Yes.
Is that
proving his own point?
Yeah, it's a math joke. Okay. Reno, what do you got for us?
So I got a little country fried take this morning. Excuse me. So a tip is a sum of money given to someone as a reward for their services. Now, if I walk up to a counter, say what sandwich I want, someone just puts it on a tray, then I carry it all myself to the drink machine, fill up my drink, carry it to the table, eat it, and then clean up all my trash and chuck it in the receptacle. And you had the nerve, before I even got my food, to look at me and say, you can tap the gratuity button for 15, 20, or 25%. It's up to you. You have really put me in a tough spot. Now, other than throwing some stuff on bread, I'm actually doing all the work. You should reward me. You're wearing the hat and the name tag. There's a sign out in front with posters in the window. This is a publicly traded company. There are a lot of other people involved in this transaction, Brad. The only hang up is that the one thing you do is handle my food. And let me guess. Brad probably isn't all that pumped to be there today. He's got a bong and a PlayStation at his house, and every morning before coming into work, he has to decide which one of those he loves the most. And my money is on him staying home pulling tubes and playing Mortal Kombat. So the rush of thoughts at this time in my head are, is it worth $2 for him not to add those nose nuggets to my turkey, or to stand on my principles? And Brad acts like he doesn't look to see if I tipped, but he looks. They always look. You can tell by the look on his face, like, I'm about to stretch one piece of paper-thin turkey across this 12-inch bun and put enough mayo on it to change your cholesterol medicine. Then he says something like, sorry, brah, the toaster's busted, so I put it in the microwave. Oh, great. That's fantastic. There's nothing better than piping hot mayonnaise and lettuce on a wet bun. It's like eating out of the dishwasher. And if you just thank them without a tip, you get that half-cocked smile and a look on Brad's face like, it's all good. I'm just going to stare at you until you take that first bite into it. Nobody survives the floor cheese. So now you spend the rest of the day waiting for your stomach to blow out. I typically spend the afternoon driving around thinking about Brad. Oh, Brad wouldn't do anything weird like floor cheese. I mean, come on. It's Brad. Sure, he made some questionable decisions. He had that stretched out earlobe whole skin laying across his shoulder and bite me tattooed on his neck. But who of us haven't made mistakes? Then suddenly you hear your stomach. Blah, 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 blah. You start to sweat, but you're cold at the same time. Damn it, Brad. Now I've got amoebic dysentery and some kind of mesothelioma. My point is, it ruins not just lunch, but the whole day. Dirty people make great coffee, but not great sandwiches. Now, on the other hand, if you take my order, you're pleasant, you bring the food to the table, you fill the drinks and clean the table, it's reward time. Your pay depends on me, and you deserve to be rewarded. And the reward is handled after the job is completely done. Tipping before the service is completed defeats the entire concept. You ever pay a kid before he cuts your grass? Of course not, unless you're a grandma. And guess what, Brad? I ain't your damn grandma. We cannot survive in a society if people think they are owed rewards for doing things they're supposed to do. It's turned into a game of guilt and suckers, and I don't want to play anymore. Brad, you suck. I'm Reno Collier. That's my countryside take.
Wow.
Someone's going to be getting floor cheese.
I've had it with Brad, and I'm not going back.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Reno. We'll look forward to seeing you out on the road with Larry the Cable Guy. Thanks, Reno.
Love you guys. Have a great week, everybody.
You too, Reno.
I got yelled at the self-checkout yesterday.
By a worker?
Yeah.
What happened?
I had the basket.
Yeah.
You know, the green basket with the handles.
Yeah.
And I got up there and I put my stuff in, and I put the basket on the floor underneath the shelf there. And don't put those on the floor. Where am I supposed to put it?
Where are you supposed to put it?
Well, there's a little ledge there on the checkout machine.
Yeah, that's where the basket goes.
At the same time, what was the big deal?
Yeah, when
Were you done with the basket?
Yeah.
Oh.
You put you empty the basket onto that one shelf, and you go the beep beep, and you put in the other shelf, and then I put the basket underneath it on the floor, and I got yelled at. There should be a sign that said, "Don't put the baskets on the floor." I don't know
where you're supposed to put it.
And then, well, I guess up my ass. I don't know. There's nowhere else to put it. I put it on the floor. Never mind. Sorry. That's probably the worst job in the world anyway, standing there watching people self-checkout, and you're looking for something to do. For God's sake. Mine didn't beep.
A banana.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Right now, the Bob and Tom Show, sponsored by BetterHelp. Let's talk some numbers here, ladies and gentlemen. The fee for therapy can be pretty steep, up to maybe like $100, $250 for your 50-minute session, 50 minutes. But instead of letting that add up on you, why not think about checking out BetterHelp, where the therapy is done online? You'll be saving up to 50% per session. The way it works is you register for BetterHelp by going online, and the therapy itself is done online. There are more than 5 million people already taking advantage of the BetterHelp system. It's all about hooking up with a therapist and having the convenience of being able to do it wherever you are when you want to do it. Get all the details by going to BetterHelp.com/BT Show. The importance of therapy can't be overstated. Maybe even thinking about some stuff and you'd like to have a consultation with someone that can be very, very helpful. Your mental health is worth it. So find out what I'm talking about once again by visiting BetterHelp.com/BT Show. The /BT Show will knock 10% off your first month. Speaking of cash savings, it's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT Show. And once you get hooked up with a therapist, by the way, you can switch therapists anytime, no additional fees. Once you get hooked up, you can do the therapy when you want to do it and where you want to do it at your convenience with your phone, your desktop, your iPad, whatever works for you. Once again, the details are at BetterHelp.com/BT Show. Coming up, we have, let's just say, birds in the trees with a very, very funny name, ladies and gentlemen. Great big. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, Christy Lee here. How would you like to go on vacation with me? No, seriously. Join me September 28th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Paulette. We'll travel through the charming countryside and also experience the historic cities of London and Edinburgh. Experience the best of Britain's rolling countryside and bustling cities rich in history and culture. We'll see the iconic landmarks of London. Visit the storybook villages of Oxford, Chester, and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon. We'll behold regal jewels of Edinburgh's castle and visit the medieval walls of York. This and so much more. The best part? Paulette makes travel easy, including flights, meals, hotels, sightseeing, and local experiences. It's all planned for you. You can just sit back and have the time of your life. Don't miss your chance to see Britain with me. This is going to be a great group and an amazing trip. I already know we're going to have so much fun. Call Colette at 800-581-8942 or visit bobandtom.com to learn more. Don't miss out. Call Colette at 800-581-8942.
Yeah.
Okay, can you introduce Carl?
Yeah, I'm Graber.
Yay!
And that's our bass player right over there. That's Carl.
I am Carl.
Yay!
That leaves, of course, our drummer,
and I am Barry.
Nice. Hello, Barry.
It's so nice to see all of you again.
Hi, Barry.
We've been on a tour of the world for the last 15 years.
Well, that would explain. Now, how far have you gotten?
Well, we hit Lancaster, we hit Ocean.
Did you
That
get
was
the
98,
intercourse?
right? And let's see, then in 99, we took, must have been over
I
the
see.
Greenville High.
It's the electric Amish, and
Then in 2000.
Okay,
All right. We don't need the whole world.
we have a limited amount of time here.
No.
You asked.
Don't leave anything out.
So, fellas, I know you've got a couple tunes for us.
As a matter of fact, we've been hearing rumors. I don't know if you guys have heard about this. We heard rumors that your own Christy Lee is dating an Amish fella.
That's
That's
right.
a rumor.
That's correct.
That is true.
She spends weekends churning butter and putting up barns.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we're hearing.
true.
We've heard a lot of people bragging about dating Christy, but it turns out this one's actually true. He used to live up around us, and we heard the rumors, found out it's true, so we wrote a little song about the situation.
Oh boy.
With Brother Daniel.
Love to hear this.
People. Are you ready? All set, Graber. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's an Amish man who is in danger. He met a heathen blonde but couldn't change her. Her name is Christy Lee. It's obvious to me. Odds are they won't be in church tomorrow. Secret Amish man. Secret Amish man. They gave you a phone number and took away your beer. We all told him don't date fancy ladies. You're asking for a one-way trip to Hades. But she must have begged him, please. Probably got down on her knees. And odds are neither one of them were praying. Secret Amish man. Secret Amish man. He's plugging in his tool now and stopped doing things by hand.
Making maple syrup on a Sunday. Then reading news with Bob and Tom the next day. She's straddling both worlds. She's a half-cocked Amish girl. Christy Lee keeps begging for it both ways. Christy's Amish man. Christy's Amish man. He's filling up her pie hole. She's polishing his wood.
Well, there you go.
That didn't
Christy's Amish
Wow.
I think I'm flattered.
Sure, you should.
You know, that last phrase didn't rhyme. I don't know if you guys. It was really nice.
Whew, hope he's listening.
Well, he's probably polishing his
probably
wood.
building a barn.
They're a lot better than I remember.
The Electric Amish.
Holy rollers in there?
All the pews.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of wood.
Yeah,
I thought what we would do right now is a little bit of today in history, because we keep doing it at the wrong time.
Yes, you do.
I thought we would do it
Today
right
is
now.
no exception. Moly.
I may skip them this time.
Oh, yeah?
They've got enough of my money throughout the year.
You know, you don't have to pay them. They got you fooled. Unconstitutional. That's damn right it is.
Yeah, what's going to happen to your ass is unconstitutional, too. When you're
Depending on your state.
I'm already taken care of. I'm good.
Put me in jail.
I do them.
You got them done already? Okay. Now, let's see, I'll ask you this, Josh, 'cause I think you'll get this answer.
I am smart.
You know,
it's a two-parter.
You know, I could tell smart people when they say they're smart.
Right.
That's when
It's a two-parter. Born in 1596, was it a man or a woman named Rene Descartes?
That is a man.
Oh, very good, with a girl name.
And there's a lot of there's an
And,
S in that last.
famously stated,
I think, therefore I am.
I think, therefore I am. Often turned by teenage boys being forced to read that in high school. I stink, therefore I am, followed by a gaseous emission.
Right.
Never not funny.
You know,
Definitely showed where you went to school.
Yes. Rene Descartes could not drive in a buggy.
Why not?
Well, that was putting the horse before Descartes.
It works.
I don't know how. It might. Okay.
There's a Deland joke in there somewhere.
Silly at best.
I'm saving it for a rainy Descartes. Something there, too.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, there's absolutely something.
Born in 1685.
Mark down from 17.
Johann Sebastian Bach.
Bach.
He's good.
And I've seen him in that.
row, right?
Yeah, he looks great for being 400 years old.
Didn't he say, yeah, a lot?
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, this is easy, Christy. Born in 1878, Jack Johnson, not the singer.
Oh, banana pancakes? What?
Do you know who Jack Johnson was?
Do I know who Jack? No, I don't.
His brother started baby shampoo.
Johnson & Johnson?
The original heavyweight champion of the world, Jack
Heavyweight, yeah.
Johnson.
Really?
And then he was more famous for the Jack Johnson grill.
I thought he had the Jack Johnson blender, the first blender.
Oh, is that what it was?
It could fill a room, I think. A lot of gears
That wasn't
and
easy.
belts.
Josh, here you go. Born in 1928, Gordie Howe.
Oh, that's easy.
Yes. The old hockey player. The Gordie Howe hat trick. Remember what that was, Christy?
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
It's a goal, an assist, and a fight. Yes.
And never lost one, apparently. Very good fighter.
Played into his 50s, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
He was legendary.
The great Christopher Walken, born in this state in 1943.
Okay. Who is it?
Christopher Walken.
Jess Hooker, give us your best Chris Walken.
Oh.
Or Christopher Walken.
Walken.
Yeah, who's Walken?
I don't
Christopher Walken.
Closet's the walk-in closet.
Yeah, Tom really, he hits that L hard.
Oh, yeah.
Christopher Walken.
Can you say folks?
Like
lady, nice to see you, folks.
Folks.
When I discuss Norfolk, Virginia, I do. You got to hit that L big time.
Say Christopher Walken again.
Christopher Walken.
Walden's Woods.
I'm a Walken. Yes, indeed.
What if Christopher Walken had cereal for breakfast? What would he have? Who would be eating and what would he be eating it out of?
A bowl.
A bowl.
This is American broadcast English. Yours
Christopher
truly.
Walken was eating out of a bowl.
Tremendous actor.
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe.
And Mario Andretti.
Okay. Happy birthday to the great Angus Young, the guitarist.
Yes.
And they're touring this summer, right?
Bit of a misnomer these days, isn't it?
Angus old.
Yeah.
Angus B70 today. But still tremendous.
Yes, I love these.
And they are on tour. On this date, Christy, you like this, 1889, the Eiffel Tower opens up.
Oh, yeah. In Paris.
And
is it in Paris?
Yeah.
And it famously it couldn't
Has
be.
no walls. How did they open it up?
I know they never
It
finished.
still ain't finished yet.
Still waiting for the
That's right.
drywall.
Slap some drywall up there.
So much cigarette smoke they couldn't see it for the first couple of weeks.
There's something about white truce. What do they call the flag? Give up.
Jimi Hendrix in this. They lit his guitar on fire for the first time in 1967.
Did he do that a lot?
I think a couple times.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Two that I know of are Monterey and somebody else.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
It was a stunt. People talked about
but he
it.
didn't pick it up and keep playing it. That'd be a trick.
Well, it was on fire.
Yeah, he did kind of slowly just light it on fire. It wasn't
okay. Not that big of a deal. Okay. Thank you very much. If you're just joining us, welcome to the Bob and Tom Show. We are coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios.
Welcome to the party.
And the Orange Insoles Sports Desk currently being manned by Chick McGee. And Christy Lee is over there at the Silac Insurance News Desk. Christy.
Authorities in Florida arrested a couple caught having sex on top of a grave at a historic cemetery.
So hot.
According to Village's News, a trooper with a canine stopped to give the dog a rest break near Wild Cow Prairie Cemetery when he noticed a car parked, but no one in the immediate area. Upon further investigation, troopers discovered a man and a woman at the rear of the cemetery engaged in sexual activity on top of unknown grave number 43.
Oh.
The 46-year-old woman, who was allegedly found with drugs in her purse, was arrested on drug charges, and her male companion was hospitalized for an unexplained leg injury.
What?
Yeah.
How odd. Maybe he fell off the tombstone. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's kind of hot. I mean,
is it?
If you read it, sex in a cemetery, it's two living people at least. It could have been, really awful.
Yeah, they didn't make anybody up.
Yes, it could have. Much worse.
I don't really. I'm not a flower person. I thought I just put some seed on the grave.
Oh boy! I never did get to make love to her. I guess this will do. Whack, whack.
Have you ever never done it in a graveyard?
I never have done it in a graveyard. No. I have no interest.
No.
That's how you get haunted.
Oh,
yeah, you don't mess around.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, we got enough trouble. We don't need trouble from ghosts.
No.
You're in the middle of it. You hear a ghost go, get a tomb.
Get a tomb. I've heard of laying the ghost, but this is ridiculous. Huh?
No, wait. Are you saying you get yelled at during regular sex?
No.
Get a room.
No, you're in a cemetery. The ghosts are screaming at you.
Get a tomb.
Boo.
Grandma never liked flowers.
What about boo-foo in the grave?
Yeah, the ghosts are all the same.
Boo-foo.
Yeah, they call it.
They're requesting it.
They do call it a boneyard. I think that. You ever done it in a graveyard, Christy?
No.
Oh,
no interest.
Is that on your bucket list?
No, God, no.
You should call your bedroom the boneyard, John.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the boneyard.
Yeah.
If I got a neon sign made for you,
boneyard,
that said boneyard,
how would that go?
Would you put it up in your bedroom?
I have to take down the one that says the slaughterhouse.
Mouth closed,
Welcome
pants
to the
open.
slaughter.
Let's go.
Do you have any weird places you want to have sex?
Tom?
Are you referring to locations?
It's not a dating game situation.
Newlywed game. Yeah.
Bob Eubank said forever that never happened. It was an urban legend, and then they showed him the tape.
Yeah, now there's footage.
Now there's the tape.
Wow.
She says it clear as day.
Sure she does.
In the
Did she also have it written?
No, she didn't.
Okay, she just says it?
says
Yeah.
it, yeah.
Did it air?
Yeah, it aired.
Yeah,
Did it air?
absolutely.
Yeah. Her name was Olga.
The crowd goes berserk.
If you
Yeah.
look it up, you can find it easily.
Wow. Christy, I'm sorry, back to you.
Scientists have determined that the love heterosexual men have for breasts is innate and not imposed by culture.
Yeah.
Researchers studied the Dani tribe of Western New Guinea, where it was the norm for women to go topless until 20 years ago.
I'm Danny!
When tribal women began covering up.
This is my tribe!
It might be Dani. The interviewed Dani men who came of age when all women were topless, as well as those who grew up in a society where women covered up.
Don't you
and
think
discovered
all the guys in the tribe when they were topless?
Isn't that what they call a collective memory? We all know that's where we get our first nourishment from. Therefore, we're attracted to them.
Yeah.
Both groups felt the same about breasts. The head researcher stated, "What we can say is breasts are sexy, naturally so. Men like breasts, That's what they discovered.
Yeah, who writes these proposals? Yeah, we're going to travel to a tribe in New Guinea. We're going to need $400,000. We're going to try to decide if men like boobs. Some guy go, yeah, here's a check. Go ahead, go for it.
The two groups did not differ in terms of how frequently they touch their partner's breasts during sexual intercourse or how sexually aroused they feel when they see naked female breasts.
Now, Josh, would you say that you touch your partner's breasts many times, few times, hardly at all?
And you've got a clipboard and you're wearing a tie asking me this.
Yeah.
Now, I'll swat away the tsetse flies. What we'd like to know here now.
Flies on the people being asked the question.
The Danny tribe.
Because they're in the tribe.
So it was just 20 years ago they finally started wearing shirts. I wonder if they're wearing, those Super Bowl shirts for the team that lost.
Oh yeah, Buffalo Bills, your champions.
Tsetse flies and
I bet the National
Buffalo Bills
Geographic subscriptions went away way down after 20 years.
Wouldn't it be funny if this is a good sight gag? It's like they're studying a tribe and the tribe is reading National Geographic and it's all pictures of guys in suits with briefcases
and women in evening gowns.
Yes, yeah.
Look at how small this guy's neck is. What a freak! What a freak!
His mouth doesn't jut out with two big plates in him.
Now
What's
that's
going
a
on
funny
here?
New Yorker cartoon.
Yeah.
They could do that.
They wouldn't.
No, it's humorous.
Did you ever get a National Geographic and look in it for the topless?
Yeah, but never the boobs you wanted to see. They were really low hangers.
Well, and they were oddly shaped.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
But
you still looked at those.
yeah, I purposely looked at
Oh, sure, you still want to get a gander. But my gosh.
I'm sure there are guys that were born in the early 40s that are probably, they've got to be black and white. That's where they were imprinted.
Right.
Honey, would you mind putting on these beads? I know they're a little gaudy, and there's a grass skirt. Shake them. Okay.
Shake them.
Now shake them.
Shake for me, girl.
Okay.
This is what a weird. How did they get the money for this study?
I have no idea.
Then part 2, are men attracted to asses?
Yeah.
Well, we've covered boobs, Johnson.
Well, it turns out men in the Denali tribe like it touched. Did you know that?
Time now to feel safe and secure at your home, thanks to our friends at Simply Safe.
That's right. Peace of mind is what Simply Safe can give you. And we trust Simply Safe here at the Bob and Tom Studios. We've got cameras out in the hallway there, their security system. Keeping watch over the Bob and Tom Show. Traditional security systems only take action after someone's already broken in. That's too late. Simply Safe has Active Guard outdoor protection that can help prevent break-ins before they happen. AI-powered cameras backed by live professional monitoring agents monitor your property and detect suspicious activity. If someone's lurking around or acting suspiciously, agents see and talk to them in real time, activate spotlights, even contact the police all before they have a chance to get inside your home. No long-term contracts or cancellation fees at Simply Safe, and the monitoring plans start affordably at around $1 a day. And don't forget about the 60-day satisfaction guarantee or your money back. So visit simplysafetom.com to claim that unbelievable offer, 50% off a new system with professional monitoring plan and your first month free. 50% off and the first month free. That's simplysafetom.com. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
When we come back, Patty G, you got a little something for us?
Sure, I'd love to do
something new. Okay, good. We'll certainly look forward to that. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
We have my favorite former lumberjack is in the studio. He is comedian Greg Hahn.
Hey, all right. right. Thanks for having me here. Hey, Chick, we're going to Vegas?
We're going to Vegas. We're going to get a glass of crazy, and we're going to Vegas.
Little blackjack?
Yeah.
Blackjack.
Hit me.
I don't know how to play it, just like yelling, hit me.
Hit me.
19, hit me.
Hit me.
27, keep hit me. Take the $700. What is this, a free rum and coke? How do you guys stay in business? And I throw the dice. That's what I do.
Hit me.
I bring my own dice. I throw them anywhere I want.
Greg Hahn is here with us.
High-limit restrooms.
Oh, Greg is one of my favorite people. Now, before we get to the action, you've never met Jessica before.
Hi, Jessica.
Isn't she
Hi,
pretty?
Greg. Oh, beautiful.
Nice blue eyes.
10.
Now, let's. Now, like you look a little bit different. You've
What's
got
going
kind
on
of.
with me?
We have kind of a lumberjack shirt on that I like very much.
It's a summer theme. It is. It's very
plaid,
nice.
yes, very
thanks, Josh.
nice.
Josh, madman. Is that right?
Now, your hair looks.
Shows, yeah, what's going on with this?
Your hair looks a little different.
I'm wearing a mood wig.
Oh, okay.
wig.
Nice.
Oh.
No. You've got a nice set of hair up there.
Thanks.
What color's your hair today?
It's a new shade of fake. Bullseye maple. Witness protection 22. Bozo 6. Yeah.
It's a new shade of fake.
Yeah, a little chocolate thunder.
Yeah.
What was it, Bozo 6? What'd you say?
Yeah. Bozo 9.
Bozo 6.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like the mood wig. That would be funny.
It's darker than normal.
It is?
Yeah, you don't
It
stick
is.
with the same fake color?
No, I don't know. I glance at it.
You just
every
get what's
now
on
and again. I keep
sale?
moving.
What is that? Looks like you're doing Elvis just before the end.
Oh, it does not.
It's a little Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
Not that dark.
Well, it's good to see you, Greg. I got a story for you.
Oh.
Now, I happen to know a couple things about you. Marine Corps, what you were exiled as what?
Captain by the time I got. Man, I was
Captain?
lucky to be in the Marine. Marines are so great.
Okay.
Oh, you learn stuff. Like now, if I'm on a bad date, I just call it an airstrike on my own position.
But I happen to know that you have a couple of hobbies. You're a drummer.
Yeah, I like the drums.
You like to play the drums. As you say, bringing the thunder, I believe. is the
Right,
way
that's
you
with the
refer
double
to it.
pedal.
Sure.
For
You have the
drummers, you know
condo.
that.
You
Double
have the,
bass drum.
You have the uptown condo. It's
Well,
very
my
nice.
condo is very, I designed it myself. A lot of ladies don't realize a single man designed my condo. Like the ping pong table faces the drum set. Feng shui!
Greg, how's your dating life?
Are you kidding me? It's the best. I don't mind being exclusive as long as I can date a few other girls.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I like to get down on one knee. You know what I mean? I say, would you like to be worked into the rotation? Thank you. No, I'm dating a beautiful girl. She's lovely. She's from the Appalachian Mountains.
Oh.
Yeah, she's a professional clogger.
Okay.
Not a toilet she can't clog. Come on, everybody.
Come on.
There's no jokes in here.
Wake up, people.
Well, that went from bad to worse very quickly.
You using the dating apps, Josh?
I'm not, no.
Come on, get in there.
They work.
It's a good time. They do. For me, it's a bloodbath.
Oh, really?
In prison, yes. I approve everybody. You know what I mean? Prosthetic head, yes. Dude in wig, close enough. Nothing.
They don't hit your back.
Bloodbath.
Like them all.
I like Josh's answer. They work. You don't want to date.
I'm not ready.
And there's somebody in your house.
Yeah.
Who wants that?
Square, I want to square tell Jessica how it works.
How does it work?
Hey, let me tell you something, Jessica. You play hard to get. I play gone for life. I got stuff with a cold shoulder. It's called scorched earth.
He's right. That's the way he does it.
I stayed with this girl. I say, you want to go to dinner? She said, I'll let you know a little later. So I'll let you know right now. I already ate.
What a catch you are.
You don't like girls to play hard to get?
No, I don't tolerate it.
You don't tolerate it at all.
I'm out.
And now, what's your day like? You wake up. You wake up at your.
That's a great question. What is your day like?
You wake up at your.
Compound, your home.
Well, no, you live in a condo, right? You live in
Yeah, I got the condo. I got the drum set. I got the ping pong table. The whole thing. I got the bird feeder. You want to go 4 to 1, sugar to water?
Oh, you have hummingbirds.
Water to sugar.
Yes,
Yeah, sit out
hummingbirds.
there for about 3-4 hours.
Watch the hummingbirds.
Get a lot of furniture in your place.
Not a lot of furniture. As a matter of fact, I'm going to change things around now.
Oh.
And I'm wondering, do I want to get like a full-blown, unapologetic orange shag carpet?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, that answers that.
Okay, good.
Well,
Do you
your
have a-
condo's tastefully decorated.
Not
isn't
really.
it?
It's solid colors. It looks crazy.
Oh.
It's it's pretty. It's clean. It's
Okay.
bright.
You
But I
keep
might rip the
things
carpet
clean?
out. Yeah, I keep things clean.
So you wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, and say,
What am I? Okay, right. Well, compare myself to other guys. Serious guys. They have wives, kids, and whatnot. I look at myself. What are you? Some kind of genius? How's that bit go? I can't remember my bits. I got to be doing the bit to remember it.
You wake up every day and you go work out. You
I walk around. I drink a little coffee, walk around. You know what I do on a show day is I hold perfectly still. I put the air conditioner on frostbite. I don't move. I never bring a date because I can't waste energy during the day. I got to go bananas at night. You know what I mean? But if you bring a date somewhere, you're playing a comedy club. She's like, let's go to a water park or something. I got to explain to her, I am the water park at 8 o'clock tonight. Hold still. Be quiet. AC back down to 61.
Greatness isn't given. It's earned. It starts from the ground up with every step, every move, every moment. Because when the game is on the line, you need the best. The new Sport Athletic Performance Insole from Orange Insoles. Stability, support, dominance. Orange Insoles, because greatness starts from the ground up, even when you're sitting down.
For in just a few minutes, we're going to give away a pair. There's still a handful still available for that Just Announced show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Christy Lee and Josh Arnold, Pat Godwin, Jess Hooker. I'm Chick McGee. Hello, Tom. How are you, buddy? We have a Pat Godwin song here, is what I heard.
That's the rumor. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. I think we've had our fee of Chick McGee in the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk. We've had Christy Lee. We never did get that big story out about the birds, but we'll get to that maybe coming up tomorrow.
Okay.
Mr. Godwin has an album out there. It's called Hotel Pool. And it's up there in the top 5 of comedy albums right now, streaming and et cetera, et cetera. And is this from the album?
No, this is brand new. It's an idea I had over the weekend. May be good, it may not. We're going to find out together.
All right.
We're going to go on a journey together.
Can we critique it as it goes?
No, how about you let me just do it?
That's not in his
enjoy
repertoire.
yourself. Do whatever you want. I wish women came with something like Carfax. Call it chick facts. Find out how many divorces she's had, how many miles, how many men. Is her body count 20 or 110? I wish women came with a chick facts. Maybe I could relax if I knew her real age. 55 or 72. Is that an Adam's apple? Are those real boobs? Was she in rehab? Was she in jail? Why did her last 2 marriages fail? She's so pretty, something must be wrong. Is her Spotify list Donny Osmond's songs? I wish women came with something like Carfax, so you could avoid a psychomaniac. Carfax for women.
I like it.
Okay.
That's very good.
Seed of an idea.
Yeah, but you called it chick.
I wouldn't be singing about men though.
But you called it chick facts, didn't you?
Yeah, chick facts.
Chick facts. We call it dick
like that?
facts.
Yeah, I like this. Very nice.
Chick facts, huh?
Everybody should come with some sort of their background. People should know your background.
Yeah, you should have a resume. You should go on a first date with a resume.
I don't know,
This is
because
what you
mine
need to
wouldn't
know.
be so good.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah. Do an investigation.
Yeah, mine wouldn't either. On paper, I look like a loser.
Really?
Yeah.
You'd both have colorful backgrounds.
Yeah.
Jail.
Make us who we are today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mug shots.
I don't have a mugshot. Never been arrested. There's still time.
You only have the one, right, Pat?
Just the one.
And you didn't really do anything wrong. You just were mouthing off like an idiot.
I did a lot wrong.
Well, I know, but you didn't get caught for all the stuff you did wrong.
It interfered with an investigation was the official charge.
Okay, very good. I'm sorry. Well, we can move on. I really like that, Pat. Once again, Pat's new album. That song is not on there, but it'll be on the next one, I'm guessing. We have Christy Lee, as I mentioned, at the Silac Insurance News Desk. We got time for a couple quick
A
stories.
Colorado woman was saddled with a vet bill of over $13,000 after her dog ate 5 pairs of her underwear.
Boy, don't you?
Yeah, that's when you go, hey.
Yeah, but how much do we love this dog?
I've been a third of the way there.
Yeah, I spent 5.
I know. Who am I kidding?
Actually, I spent 8 because 4 on each knee.
4 in each knee. Oh, knee.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I had a dog at the age of like 12, after never having a problem. One of my dogs a few years ago decided to eat a tennis ball.
Yeah.
And they had to go in and
Miss Sarah Oakley revealed the unusual mishap on a GoFundMe page, explaining her dog Retta got into some dirty laundry and ate a lot of her Skims underwear, which of course is Kim Kardashian's
Those
underwear.
aren't cheap.
No. Ms. Oakley said after 24 hours of vomiting, Retta was rushed to urgent care, underwent immediate surgery to remove the foreign bodies from her intestines. The incident has left her with a staggering vet bill, and she's asking for $4,000 to help cover part of Retta's surgeries.
Is it what, like a GoFundMe or something?
Yeah.
13, that sounds a little high.
That does sound high.
I want to say, I think it was 4,000.
If she went emergency care, though, that's a lot higher.
Yeah, it almost doubles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a friend of mine had a dog that ate stockings. What are those? You know, the
Pantyhose.
pantyhose,
Yes.
Nylons,
and that was
It'll
they had to
knot up your intestines.
they had to cut them from stem to stern on that one.
This is kind of funny. She asked users to maybe share a post so Kim Kardashian might see it and come through with a solution like an edible underwear line.
And I mean, isn't it true that the reason the dog was attracted to them is because they were game worn, if
They were
you will?
dirty, yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of dogs like that.
Oh yeah,
Puppy dogs. That's why they like shoes
And well, Christy Lee, didn't you have an issue with
Tampons.
your dog ate a bunch of tampons?
Not a bunch, but yeah.
I thought you said too there was something. One of your dogs ate the crotch out of one of them.
No, that wasn't my dog.
Well, I mean,
I wonder who that was.
With that kind of logic, maybe what are they called? Skins?
Skims with an M.
Like Kim?
S-K-I-M-S. Skims.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe she should make edible Skims.
That's what the lady
That's
said.
what she said, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Are they so expensive because they're just fancy, or are they?
They're not fancy looking.
Are they comfortable?
No, they're just
They're meant to be invisible underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah, underneath a dress
And
or tight-fitting pants.
Depending on what size. I mean, they have like they could be like shorts or.
I see.
So I don't know how big
Or
her
thongs
Skims were.
yeah.
Couldn't she? This is Josh's logic. I'll use it though. Couldn't she raise money by going on OnlyFans and selling her game-worn underwear?
It sounds like she's out of underwear.
Yeah, right. Jess is right. Her dog
And she
ate
may
it all.
have.
Buy new, take the dog for a walk.
There you go. You can sell your gym clothes online. Lots of men will buy you gym clothes and then you sweat in them and then you mail them to them.
I'm surprised Kim Kardashian wears underwear.
Well, we don't know that she does,
I
but
don't
she
think
makes
she-
a lot of money selling
sells
it.
They are savvy businesswomen.
Yeah, they are.
Those Kardashians.
Yeah, they're making money.
What does it mean if your underwear smells like dog treats?
Oh God.
What does that say about dog treats? Just
I haven't smelled a dog treat where I went,
what do they
Rebecca.
smell like?
The old joke is it's Fifi. I think it's with the Frenchman on the bus.
I wanted to Americanize.
Yeah, okay. That's certainly a classic. The big story coming up tomorrow on the show, the one that Christy was afraid to read. We'll get to that tomorrow.
Well, you set the tone early that it could be a problem.
Okay.
You did set the
we hit our
tone.
limit. Oh, man.
You really did.
Our quota was met.
Yeah.
I enjoyed your new song, Pat.
Thank you.
We'll look forward to seeing you, everybody, tomorrow. Thank you very much. Don't forget to get us the phrases your mom or dad used to say back in the day. Here's the last one. My Granny Pearl would see a girl with a small bathing suit, our writer writes, and she'd say, looks like she's wearing 2 Band-Aids and a cork.
Oh, God.
That's a good one. Send us yours, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.